All right, welcome back. Eric Levine, Two Cops, One Donut, live podcast, body cam breakdowns. With me today, I have the usual suspect, Banning Sweatland, deputy out of old Texas here. And I have our newest guest from the official Failure to Stop podcast, former police officer, Eric Tansey. How are you doing, buddy?
Disgraced. Former police
Disgraced.
officer. No, I'm just kidding.
Definitely not disgraced. Well, we're going to sit here and banter for a little bit while we wait for everybody to start jumping in and getting on and participating. If you are new to what we do here, basically, we break down body cam videos in a unique kind of way. Instead of already watching the video and knowing what's going to happen, we've never seen the video. And we're going to break it down from our experience as police officers and kind of give you how we would start handling the call. And we'll pause it. And the cool part is the interactive part with you guys in the audience. You get to ask questions and say, well, why wouldn't you do this or whatever? And we can go back and forth, give a little education, perspective, bullshit, all while we sit here and sip an adult beverage. Tonight, I am enjoying some delicious Smoke Wagon rye. I don't know about you fellas. Banning, what you got going on tonight?
So tonight, I don't work tomorrow, so I decided to indulge in the adult beverage, maybe one or two, but it's just a little bit of Sprite with some Tito's or vice versa.
Okay, I like it. And Mr. Tansey, he will be partaking here shortly.
I was partaking in what is it called? What was the stuff I just told you I took a shot of?
Alka-Seltzer, sir.
Alka-Seltzer. That's what I'm chugging right now because I was sick. There's a couple of guys from like my Failure to Stop live chat in here.
Yeah, I see them.
So guys, I am just a guest on somebody else's show tonight. We're doing like a restream link. I was sick today. I had to cancel the show at 7. I apologize, but it's cool to see you guys all in here, man. Like David, Jay, and all the other guys out there. So appreciate y'all.
Yeah. So this program that I use here, Restream, allows the people, my guests, to also share their platform so they don't have to miss out on their favorite people. And it's a good networking thing. I kind of like it.
Yeah,
so,
I've never done that before. That's really, really, really cool.
Yeah, it's neat. And like Banning's huge on LinkedIn. He's got like 40,000 followers over there. So he linked his LinkedIn. You've got your YouTube, and I've got all my other platforms on here as well. So it works out very nice. So all of the official Failure to Stop podcast fans, thank you for joining. You're on the Two Cops One Donut podcast live, but Eric is our fancy guest tonight. So I'm glad you guys could join.
You guys can't hear my air conditioner running, can you?
No.
Okay, good. All right.
I don't hear anything.
First time this year I've turned the air conditioner on.
Okay. Yeah. I've got a little desk fan here, but I know it's not registering. So, but yeah. Okay. So for all the official Failure to Stop podcast fans, basically we do it a little different than how official Failure to Stop podcast does it. We've never seen these videos, and we're going to break those videos down as though we're the officers in the call. And then you guys get to participate with that as you get to ask questions and say, well, what about this? What about that? And what's kind of neat too, is you'll see that we all may have different little paths that we would take to get to the same goal, and it works out. And most of the time we kind of seem like Nostradamus, and we kind of predict what's going to happen, it seems like, but it's just the way that the experience goes in police work. So, and as we go, I'm going to keep highlighting you guys' comments and stuff. I want to give a quick shout out to my official sponsor is Peregrine, peregrine.io. So basically, let me break it down for you real quick. If your investigations are lacking, or if you want to improve, basically what Peregrine would do is it will take your crappiest detective and turn them into Sherlock Holmes with minimal effort. It does all the work for them. So I want that to pique your interest, and I want you to reach out to them. Just tell them Two Cops One Donut sent you. I don't want to give you more than that because I really think it is worth. I don't want you to just take my word for it. I want you to actually go there and see it for yourself. But if you do have questions, just DM me directly, guys. And then Ghost Patch. For some reason, I don't have my Ghost Patch with me right now. I normally have one just sitting here on the desk. So Ghost Patch, if you guys ever watch me and I do my little shorts, I have that badge on, and everybody's like, that's not a real police badge. You're right. not a real face badge. That's my Two Cops One Donut podcast badge, and Ghost Patch made that for me. So look into them. They're Velcro. They look metallic, but they're not. And they're a good all-weather purpose badge that you can use out in the field. So anyway, enough of me ranting and raving. Let's go to the comments real quick. Eric is a guest on Two Cops One Donut. Yes, he is. We're going to be breaking down videos. Thank you, Reginald. Very cool. So people are like, who are these guys? You sure it ain't when he's doing BJJ? That's probably why you're under the weather. You checked yourself for ringworm?
Dude, ringworm doesn't make you sick.
It might make you sick.
Just makes your skin sick.
Right?
Just gives you a worm, a ring around your worm.
It makes you more susceptible to staph, and you may have staph, sir. So you got to be careful. How's the journey, by the way? Have we got any stripes on our belt?
Yes, I do. I have a stripe.
Oh, you got your first stripe?
I do.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we've just, and this is the other thing, guys. We're gonna go down rabbit holes and bullshit, and we'll get to the videos. I promise we'll get to the videos. But jiu-jitsu to me in law enforcement is a must. It is a must. Grappling, some sort of martial art that is practical, like Muay Thai, judo, wrestling, catch wrestling, those things, boxing. I think those all help in police work. For me personally, I lean towards Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Done it since 06, but I know Eric is on the journey. It is a marathon. It does take a while, and it takes consistency. So have you got any go-to submissions yet?
No, I actually watched a Gordon Ryan video where Gordon Ryan said that if he was a white belt, if he could give one piece of advice to a white belt, it would be never go for a tap and always go for surviving as long as you can and just be an expert at survival. So I literally blank out any submission that we learn. Like we went over omoplata like all day today, and I focused more on how to escape omoplata. And literally with my training partners, I just pretty much stayed in the omoplata the whole day today, trying to learn how to escape. But yeah, I mean, I kind of go and I have to win at something. I can't, in jiu-jitsu is like, oh, you can't win. It's about winning and losing. You got to get out. Well, I was built differently. So, I can't show up and just lose every day. So what I found for myself that works for me is I give myself like, if I'm going with a purple belt, my goal is to last 2 minutes without getting tapped. If I'm going against a brown belt, I take it down to 1 minute. But if I'm going for if I'm rolling with a white belt or another white belt, my goal is to go 5 minutes without getting tapped. And that's kind of how I set standards for myself. I don't let anybody in the gym know that I do that, but that's how I do it every day. And you know what? It's made jiu-jitsu so much more fun to me because I don't give a fuck about tapping anybody. I just want to be that annoying dude that you can't tap.
Yeah. You're very right. And I think what I agree with him on that. Now, Gordon is the best jiu-jitsu practitioner in the world. So take it for what it is coming out of my mouth. But when you focus on position, when you first start out, just trying to be in position and somewhat controlled, like that is a win because the guys you're going against are just going to destroy you. You are literally a fish and filled with a bunch of sharks. In the water, and that's really what it is. So good stuff. Banning, he's never had to worry about jiu-jitsu because he's 350 pounds of straight cowboy and muscle, so and a Marine. So for those that are new, Banning and those joining from Failure to Stop, Banning is a deputy out of Texas, and he's got Banning. How many years have you got in the field?
21 years in law enforcement now, and Marine Corps before law enforcement.
Yeah, and he is very well respected throughout the state of Texas. He's part of the Police Officer Hall of Fame and many other things. I don't want to go down the whole list. I'll let you brag about yourself, Banning. But so I just want to kind of give you guys a background of what we got going on here. I've got 18 years of law enforcement myself, also a military cop. But let's get started. I have a video that fans sent me. All these videos are actually from fans. So fan sent this video in, and he was very adamant about us breaking this one down. So I know it's a robbery. Let's just start with that. I haven't watched it all the way through here. Just got it started. So I'm going to share the screen. And we're going to pause periodically, guys, as we go through, and let you guys chime in as well. So make sure you guys can hear this.
Yeah.
Call 911. There's an ambulance out here. I think it's sad if you don't call 911.
Okay. Maybe not a robbery.
I don't think I would walk back to the register.
Yeah, I think she stabbed me in the fucking neck.
That's aggressive, sir.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah. Prefer. Would you like a shooter of fireball right here, sir?
Yeah, right. Like, oh yeah, that'd be a good tactic. Hey, can I take a quick shot before we do this?
Awfully calm.
Probably shit in her pants.
Hey,
I'm gonna guess that the call details were just what we heard. This dude's about to stab me in the neck, and probably gave a description. So they come rolling up, and kind of an interesting tactic. I don't know if I would have honked my horn at him. Okay, guys, this is one of the things I like to ask other cops. It's a knife, but we all know if they have a knife, they might have a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Am I deploying out of my vehicle right away, or are you going to stay in your vehicle?
Who you asking?
Eric, I'll go with you first, bud. Sorry.
I mean, I like to unask my vehicle. I'm not getting shot at while sitting inside my vehicles. Me personally, I'd rather be out than in. But I mean, I get it. You can run the guy over. There's a lot of options there. I don't know. I feel better being out of my vehicle.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm the same way. But the argument gets made quite often. Well, if he's just got a knife, just stay in your car. He can't get to you. I'm like, but we don't know that. We don't know that is all he has. Shoot, there's been times where a bad guy's dropped a gun and he still had another gun. So you have to always assume they're armed until we know for a fact they're not. So we'll keep going here. He's reaching.
1033, give me the patch. Let me see your hands! Hey, come over here! Hey, attention Palmdale units, Palmdale 26. Victim is now walking away from our patrol vehicle. Confirmed he is holding possibly a screwdriver or a knife, walking away from us.
All right, I like that they're one staying with the vehicle. Looked like one did get out. I kind of like that tactic myself. Staying behind cover, trying to. The gas pumps aren't exactly the best, especially if we start shooting guns or tasers.
Do they have the information that he said he was going to stab her in the neck?
As far as I know.
I mean, if I have that information, like I'm telling my partner, like, hey, this dude's already threatening to stab somebody. We're not letting him
get by other people.
We're not letting him free range. So
yeah.
You either pin him with that car, but I'm not letting that dude just walk around. If he's already threatened to stab somebody, I mean,
yeah.
What was the cycle? What was the guy that went on that stabbing rampage? What was it, like in England or France or something like that? Where he got like 22 people a couple of years ago. Maybe it was last year.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it was England.
Yeah, I mean, you can really do some harm with a knife. But I mean, I guess they're out in the middle of the desert, so it doesn't. It's not like the big city where I live.
But we still have we got to protect the citizens that are around. And somebody said it earlier, suicide by cop. Colton James pointed out, and I honestly think that's exactly what's going on here. I mean, why would you tell her to call the cops? Because you're going to stab her in the neck. Oh, shit. Went a little too far. There we go.
Or a knife, walking away from us. Don't come any closer, man. Don't come any closer, man. Drop it. Drop it. Don't come any closer. Look at me. Look at me. Don't come any closer, man. If you keep.
All right, we need one person talking. I'm gonna take command right now and say, "All right, everybody, shut up. I got this. Hey, man, talk to me," and try to get a rapport with him. And then this is kind of hard because we looks like we got 2 or 3 officers here. So if I'm the female, I'm gonna probably swing around to the other side, and we'll use the car on both sides to have 2 good angles. Floyd Norman chimed in, said, "What's happening?"
We don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know what's happening yet. Further in the thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah,
You
so
guys got a ton of law enforcement experience. I mean, can you use the vehicle as less than lethal? I mean, or is it always lethal when you bump somebody with it?
now I think the vehicle's always considered lethal force.
Somebody got hemmed up on a very violent criminal because he pinned him into a fence. As the guy was trying to jump, he pinned his legs before he could get up and over with his car. And they tried to get him with like aggravated assault. I mean, man, it was like he wasn't on the job for like 2 years. He was like at a desk for 2 years, going through all the court stuff. Yeah, I think he had like a trial and everything.
Yeah, there was we broke down a video of a guy fleeing, and it got ridiculous. They were chasing the guy all over the place. Finally, one of the officers got tired of it and just came up super slow and just bumped him and knocked him down. That guy got fired. So they said that he used excessive force. So it is what it is. But all right, let's keep
coming close. I'm gonna have to shoot you, man. Don't make me do this, please. Please, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Don't.
Okay, so we've got 2 officers here. In my opinion, we're already well within 21 feet. I am not comfortable being with a less lethal here. This has to be too lethal. The third officer, if she wants and goes and gets a little sneaky taser shot, I'm all for that. But you got to communicate, and those 2 officers got to be ready in case the taser aggravates and doesn't work. Because that looks like a thick coat. And that's something that we have to be concerned about as cops is the taser going to get through the jacket? I don't know how many times I've had, not me personally, but have watched other videos where looks like we lost Eric for a second. The taser probes didn't get through the coat and were ineffective and just irritated the person, and then they end up attacking anyway. So we're going to keep going. I know Eric's going to jump back on. He's probably having connection issues. I heard his voice going in and out earlier. So
I did too.
Yeah, we'll keep going here.
Stop, man! Don't come closer. I'm gonna shoot you.
All right.
Don't come closer, man. I'm in fear for my life, man. I don't want to get hurt.
There's the
Please
verbiage.
Stop it, man. Don't make me shoot you. Out of the store now.
Okay. What do you think about that part, Banning?
He's given verbal direction. He's, I don't know what was on the MDT when they, prior to arrival of what they got. Obviously, a knife, a weapon was told to them, but they're giving verbal direction. He's not listening to anything. He's concealing that hand within that jacket from like we saw on the other camera angle. And it's, can you articulate it? Do we want to do this? Do we want to friggin' shoot somebody? Absolutely not. But he's not listening. You have other people that you're responsible for in that lot, and I think that he made a just move there.
Yeah. Now, what is your thoughts on him continuing to fire when the guy goes and runs off?
No. So when he turns his back and keeps running, I mean, we got to go back to that old, okay, now a foot pursuit's on. We may or may not have hit him. They're going to know. Obviously, from their standpoint, they should, especially with that gray sweatshirt. Hopefully,
Yeah, I agree. You got to discontinue the use of force unless he's running towards civilians.
Right.
So,
and I don't know how big this department is, but they need to be thinking of, are we setting up a perimeter? So we've got our central officers there, and that's what's great about a municipality. I don't have that luxury. I used to, so I know what you need to do, but setting up that perimeter. And maybe there's a canine on duty. Maybe there's an air unit on duty, at least if this thing starts going yard to yard,
right. Eric just texted me. He goes, "Did I lose you or did you lose me?" You lost us.
He probably needs to check his Wi-Fi and
we still on.
Speed download.
Yeah, Eric's trying to get connection again. So it's funny too, because I was gonna warn everybody watching that I have a storm coming towards me right now, and I may lose connection. I may lose power. Who knows? But we'll see. So Colton James said, "What about them turning around, running, turning back around, and shooting officers?" Always a possibility. We don't know that this guy doesn't have a weapon. However, when we fire shots, we're looking for a change of behavior. We're not looking to kill people. We're looking for the change in behavior. I want them to discontinue what they were doing. What was he doing? He was walking towards them with a deadly weapon. So they fired. Well, at least one of them did. And that guy had a response to that. He
Sure.
grabbed his chest, turned and ran. I'm thinking he got hit. So
And I tried to see if anybody, and I know me on this type of situation, I'm not going less lethal unless, like you were saying in the beginning, when that female deputy or officer was walking around the side of that car, she may have been able to sneak in a taser pop to where we can get him on the ground and go a different angle on that. But obviously that was canceled.
yeah. It looks like Eric's still having a little trouble. Not sure what happened. His video is not showing currently, and I don't know if he can hear us.
What part of the country is he in?
The Carolinas, I believe.
Carolinas, okay.
I don't want to give away his.
No. I mean, I just didn't know if he was in our time zone or a different one.
All right. And then Frank from Fridays with Frank. He may be joining us. He was supposed to join us. I think he got something came up last minute. But anyway, let's keep going with the video here.
Okay, we're making contact with the DP now.
Beanbag rounds. Yeah, that's another option. If you've got time to deploy it. A lot of officers don't carry beanbag rounds.
1033, give me the patch. Let me see your hands! Hey, come over here! Hey, attention Palmdale units. Palmdale 265 Adams going to be detaining a 245 suspect at gunpoint. We're going to be facing east, right behind the market, facing the gas pumps. Suspect is unco-op at this time, has his hand in his jacket pocket. Unknown if he is holding the knife at this point. Hey man, just relax and hand out. You're not in trouble. We're just trying to figure out what's going on and we'll be out of here.
Copy, John unit. Sam unit to respond.
Hey man, just relax. Just walk over here, take whatever's in your hand out of your pocket and walk towards us, okay?
265 Adams going to be facing eastbound. You're going to be behind the market.
Take your hands out, man. Hey, break the traffic. Suspect is still uncooperative. He is facing our car, approximately 20 feet away from our car, has his hand in his jacket pocket, and appears to be holding an object in his hand, but we're unable to determine at this point what it is.
If I were to guess that they went back. This is now the body cam video from the beginning. Yes. Because they are Eric's still trying to get connected here. For whatever reason, his video is not showing up.
I just texted him and asked him to leave the room and come back in. I'm not sure.
He might have to check the settings again.
Yeah.
He's like, I did. Oh, he must be able to hear us. But he can't get his video working. I'm sorry, guys. This happened. This is the problem with live sometimes. So we are trying here. For some reason, he can see and hear us.
And it shows that on his picture that he's on the screen.
Yep. But he is not. Eric, I would say go to that cog again. Make sure it's got the right camera selected. I don't know why
and
it's
if
not.
If your Wi-Fi, I had this experience in the several podcasts ago or lives. Check your speed on your Wi-Fi. You may have to reset your Wi-Fi router or however you get your stuff set up.
Yeah, if you're on Wi-Fi like a peasant, you need to get that fiber. So
I'm out in the middle of nowhere and I'm on Wi-Fi, and thank goodness it's been holding up.
There we go. Right, let's keep
Take your hand out of your pocket.
Thank you.
Drop it.
Drop it on the ground.
See, they're still going with the two people talking.
Walking away from our patrol vehicle,
which is
confirmed he is holding like possibly a screwdriver or a knife, walking away from us.
Okay, yeah. So this is where they swing around.
Suspect is walking west now, in the parking lot. Now he's stopped. Hey man, come over here. No, we're not gonna shoot you, man. Come over here.
All right, so they're already getting this suicide by cop. He's telling him, shoot me. Shoot me.
No, come over here. Hey, sir, walk away. Walk away.
Ooh.
Come over here.
That's risky.
Drop whatever's in your hand.
I don't necessarily want to draw attention to the...
Drop whatever's in your hand, man. Don't do this, please.
Give him ideas.
Please don't do this, man. Drop whatever's in your hand.
Okay, so from right here, I'm going to guess that that's within the 21-foot rule. And it's important for people to know that body camera doesn't do it justice of what we see.
It's a 180 fisheye.
Yeah, so you get that kind of weird fisheye view that these body cams do, and that's something to consider. I've had people tell me before, oh, that guy wasn't even that close. Oh, I think we got Eric back finally. There he is.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, and we can see your beautiful face, sir.
Fair enough. That's weird.
I know. Your fans all left. They're like, no, if Eric ain't here, we're out. They're like, this Eric spells his name with a K. We're out of here. So, you haven't missed anything
Drop whatever's
new.
in
Now
your
we're
hand.
now we're on the body cam.
I
video
don't want to
part.
do this, man. If you come close to me, I'm going to shoot you. If you come close to me, I'm going to shoot you. Don't do this. If you come close to me, I'm going to shoot you, man. Don't do this. Please, man, don't do this.
All right, did you guys hear that? He said you're going to have to. So we do have a suicide by cop situation here. I would say that was within 21 feet or damn close. And we say the 21-foot rule. It's not an actual rule. I want people to understand that. It's a approximation. It's really more like 35 to 40 feet. That's how fast somebody can close the distance. And they just had a really gruesome video of an officer getting killed. And I don't know what state that was in. Do you guys know?
I'm trying to think because I got that sent to me so many times. The day
Yeah.
before, the day after.
Eric, if you haven't seen it, dude, it's bad. I think it's a homeless dude, but basically something similar to this. The officer shows up and he's trying to be relaxed, cool. Hey man, what's going on? The guy gets the officer to keep his guard down and he just runs at him with his big ass knife.
That was in New Mexico.
Oh yeah,
that's right. That's right. It was New Mexico.
Yeah, it was really bad. And the officer was done. I mean, almost immediately.
It's so sad.
Yeah, very sad stuff. But
on that topic, when we watched that video, what happened as that was occurring, a gentleman drove by that happened to have a license to carry a weapon.
Yes,
he got out to and he ended that threat towards anybody else. Of course, we mourn the loss of the law enforcement officer that gave him his all,
right.
But at least no other civilians, no other officers were hurt.
Yep. Yeah. That's why I like living in a state that allows people to carry. And I know here in Texas that there's everybody's just itching to back up an officer if they can get the opportunity. It's very nice. Colton had a good question though. Is there a good way to handle suicide by cop? No.
I mean, if you want to say fuck the rules in this case, and you know it's a suicide by cop, and you're just a renegade, jump in your car and fucking hit him. I mean, he's not going to die. You know what I mean? From getting hit by the car, hey, he's probably going to die if you shoot him in the chest.
Yeah.
So kind of just depends on, but you hit him with that car. I mean, you got to pretty much assume you're done as a cop. Like,
you're right. And then it becomes a question like, what do you do? Like,
which I don't get it, because if you already have deadly force, but then I guess once you get in your car, there's no threat against you, but I guess you could articulate that there's a threat against the other officers. I mean, in this scenario, you got enough dudes. I am a critical thinker. I would be the guy that's like, y'all keep talking to him. I'm going to smoke him with my car real quick and see if that'll work. And everybody would be like, what are you doing? I mean, trust me.
All of a sudden, let me see if I can hear that Dukes of Hazzard horn out of nowhere. Oh, here comes Tansey.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I don't know. The thing is, Colton, they want to commit suicide. You're not going to stop them. You know what I mean? And you also got to be mindful that he's not going to go run and stab somebody else.
Mm-hmm. He's already threatened to
be like, shit, I tried to have a bleeding heart for this dude, and now there's like 3 people that have been stabbed. And, so sometimes you just got to be that guy, it sucks. Yeah. I mean, don't commit suicide by cop. Don't be a pussy. Just do it yourself. Do it like, do it like a man.
There you go. Well, maybe his religion won't let him do that.
Really? Like,
so Colton said, but would you like a shield or something like that to bum rush him? That is good in theory, but you got to remember, I know this looks like it's slow, but this all happened like right now.
It's very dynamic.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a very dynamic situation, and some departments
I didn't
Only
have a
the-
shield.
only
And
the
I was from a
sergeant
really
carried-
big
yeah.
compartment.
Yeah, only the
Nobody
sergeant
on
would
my
have
squad had
yeah.
one.
So
I think we had one at the station.
that's a good spot for it.
Sounds like my department.
So the sergeant can deploy because he's probably sitting in the office. So that's how that goes. All right, let's see how this body cam finishes out here. Well, we know how it finishes. I just kind of want to see the
What they do
distance
after.
and the view that these guys.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would have had somebody try to tase him.
Yeah, I think
if
we
you
had
got
time.
enough dudes there, I'd be like, "Yo, go less than lethal. Let's just see if the taser will work."
Yep.
I mean, why not? I mean, it's probably not.
Hey, drop whatever's in your hand, man.
I didn't realize it
If
wasn't
you
showing
keep
the
coming
video.
close to me, I'm gonna shoot you.
Dude, look at me, man. I just got here. Talk to me. What's going on, man? Explain to me.
If you come close to us, man, we're gonna shoot you. I don't want to shoot.
Like, you've already said it like 6 times. Shut the fuck up.
Good cop,
Am I
bad
allowed to
cop.
cuss?
He's just being really bad cop right now.
Am I allowed to swear on here?
Fuck yeah, we're drinking on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But
All
that
right.
would piss me off, right? Would
Yeah.
that piss you off? I'd be like, "Yo, dude, talk to me, man. Like, let's have a conversation." The other dude's like, "You come another step closer, and I'll fucking like, bro. You said it like 18 times."
Oh, damn.
dude, he's got to get his shit together. Listen, if you are a failure, I'm just gonna call it the failure podcast. If you're a part of the failure podcast over here, his shit is not working right. So, Eric, I'm not cutting him off. He's losing connection. It's just is what it is. So Tansey,
It's in my hot spot for next time.
yeah, we lost you again, bud.
Well, maybe we'll get him back.
Yeah. That's so funny. Anyway, so my point that I was going to get to is that with this, I would tell that guy to shut up. I'm the new guy here. It's obviously not working. Whatever this guy said 18 times in a row. And then, yeah, I'm going to say, all right, I got it. Let me talk. And your job as an officer there is to kind of shut up and listen at that point, because it's not working. What you're saying is not working. So,
Right.
and then, let me see here. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask here. Going to the comments, Marine's Blood said it's normally pretty good. I'm sure we're talking about Tansey's connection. But I am not. I'm just trying to see who else is on here. Folk around and find out. I love that name, by the way. That cracks me up. I'm not seeing what you're talking about. But anyway, we'll keep going.
2016.
No, no, drop whatever's in your hand, man. I don't want to.
Just talk to me. What's going on, man? Talk to me. I just got here. Explain to me what's going on. Let's talk about it.
No, hey, please don't come close, and please.
He's
take out
repeating.
whatever's
You're
in
gonna
your
have to
hand.
shoot me, man.
Please. I don't want to shoot you, man. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to me. It's not worth it to me. And it's not worth it to you. So drop whatever's in your hand and come talk to me, man. No, I don't want to. I'm telling you, please, just drop whatever's in your hand, but don't come any closer, because I am going to have to shoot you.
It's not worth it, man. Please don't make me do this.
There
Please,
he
don't
is.
make me do this. Please, don't come any closer, man. Don't come any closer, man. Drop it. Drop it. Don't come any closer.
All right, for me, I've got a line in the sand. I'm not backing up. I've got this vehicle for cover, especially if it is just a knife. He's going to have to turn a corner to get to me. I'm going to use that to my advantage. So I am not retreating from this corner. That's me. What do you think, Banning?
That's the same thing. I mean, it's, we don't know what's behind us. We can see that building, I believe this is, 6, whatever in the morning. Hopefully that building's not occupied behind him if he's not right on center mass. But you've got to make that determination. You've given him plenty of lawful orders. He's still not showing that hand. Dispatch has already stated on 911 he's got a knife. That's closing in on that distance, and let's make sure we go home alive.
Yeah. Amber said that she was taught anything within 10 feet of your person could be deadly force, but was also taught to advise a person at least 3 times if you have that luxury.
I was gonna say, there's a time to talk, there's a time to work.
Yeah. If you have that luxury, because I know you're supposed to say taser, taser, taser too before you shoot it, but sometimes things just happen like that. You don't have an opportunity to say it.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever yelled taser, taser, taser in my life.
No? Oh. Well,
just
usually you're saying that for the other officers. It's really why you're saying it.
Yeah. I've never really gotten that opportunity.
Yeah.
But, in this scenario, and I might have missed it because my internet keeps going wacko, but do we address like why is like the one dude just like repeating that he's going to shoot this guy?
No, we haven't. If you want to hit in why you think he's going through that OODA loop problem, you can go ahead.
It's just a strange OODA loop. I guess it's probably like a stress, and he kind of has that not conditioned black, but that tunnel vision set in. Yeah. He probably didn't hear the other guy trying to talk, and that's why I think the other guy's got to kind of put your hand on his shoulder and say like, hey, just stop for a second. And let me try this. If he walks towards us, we'll deal with it. But like, I can't have a conversation with him with you yelling, if you come towards us, I'm going to shoot you every 3 seconds. And the guy wasn't moving. He was just standing there. So I think you kind of break that guy out of that OODA loop really quick. Break that grip, if you will.
And I think, with his, what would be really cool, and it's not really even thinkable, but if we could watch the blood pressure and the pulse of everybody on scene, from the suspect to the officers. I mean, this is a life or death situation, and none of us want to go through this, but it's part of our job. But I guarantee you, this is like a pursuit to him, and he's probably getting a little bit of blinders. The auditory exclusion is going on, and he knows he's just giving those verbal commands coming out of training. And at one point, it's just going to be, this is it.
Yeah. That's why you got to put that hand on his shoulder and just say, hey, hold up for a second. Give me 2 seconds. Let me get this out, and we'll go from there. Because that guy was trying to, that was a good tactic. Like, hey, you're talking to me now. You know what I mean? I'd like to see how that was going to play out. That would have been nice.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that again, we're not trying to Monday morning quarterback necessarily. It's just the options to do during these calls. So we'll go through to the point that he gets.
Don't come any closer, man. If you keep coming closer, I'm gonna have to shoot you, man.
That's probably.
Don't make me do this.
10 feet.
Please. Look at me.
Maybe a car length.
Stop, man. Don't come closer. I'm gonna shoot you. Don't come closer, man. I'm in fear for my life, man. I don't want to get hurt.
Stop. Like, I can't do this. Like, I can't stand. This is like, this new scripted policing thing is so far beyond annoying. It's killing me. Like, this dude is reading from a script. Stop, man. I don't want to have to do it. It's not sincere. You don't mean it. Like, you're doing it just to appease your body-worn camera. You know that 10 years ago, if that body camera wasn't in there, he would have been saying like shit like, yo, listen, brother. Listen, man, we can fix this. We can do, like, he would have been going way up, but now he's sticking to his script so that when this goes to trial, it's pitch perfect. I can't stand it. That dude doesn't buy it. I definitely don't buy it. It's not empathetic. I hate it. And all police do it now. Like, we're all just we're such robots, sir. I don't want to have to shoot you.
Yeah,
it is very important.
Yeah, it is a easy thing for the defense to tear you apart when you get up on the stand, or I'm sorry, the prosecution, if that's what happens, if you're found unjustified in your shooting, they'd be like, you didn't mean any of this shit. You were trying to check a box. Like, the box has to be legitimate. Like, you know what I mean?
But you know what? That is all of CIT training. I mean, I don't want to guarantee you that this dude's been through CIT training, but I'll say there's a good chance, because that's just kind of the way the whole country is going at this point with CIT training. It has become such a check the block, scripted curriculum that it's disingenuous, and I think the public sees right through it, and it's literally just a save your own ass in court class. I comment on every Instagram post I see with like CIT. We're like these I don't want to say assholes, but these civilians who are pushing the CIT. You're pushing because you're getting $55 an hour. That's why you're pushing it. But you know just as good as well as anybody else that your little therapy dogs and all your little CIT, it's all garbage. It's all smoke and mirrors, because when does that therapy dog ever work or go anywhere, right?
I was
Like,
gonna say, when do they deploy it?
they don't. They take it to the circus, the fair,
Right.
you know, they walk it around the school. Let a cop go ask for the therapy dog. See how long you keep your gun and badge. Smoke and mirrors, it's disingenuous. They've got to revamp CIT training. And they've got to actually teach you something in CIT training. So you're not just basically drilling. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You got to learn how to flow.
Right.
If you will.
Yeah. Your fear comes in the report. That is when you articulate, you know, like, hey, I was in fear for myself. Why did you fire your gun? You know, this is why I was in fear for my life. It's so close. I know that officers can be killed within that range, whatever it is. But the other part is there is a part where the script works. If I'm running after a dude, stop, police, stop, police. That's very, yeah, it's very scripted, but that is for witnesses here. Like, I heard that cop yelling out, hey, stop, police, stop, police. When you know damn well the bad guy sees you, he was running from the red and blues. Now you're in full uniform chasing him on foot. They know to stop, but we still go through the script of stop, police. And I think they're going, the training that they're doing, they're trying to use that same mentality towards this type of thing, and it doesn't work. It doesn't translate the same way. So
you gotta have real life conversations with these people, man. You gotta get on a personal level, and if you can't get on a personal level, then you are a robot to them, and you have no soul. And if you know what I mean. So then at that point, you are just a weapon to that person. You have to humanize the badge in that moment. You gotta plead with them, beg with them. I've done this several times, man. Like, I've had some really great cases, but dude, I never like I learned from other people. I didn't just like make this up on my own, right? But I never saw this kind of scripted behavior until, you know, 2019, 2018. You know, I have seen cops. I saw this Hispanic dude, the Hispanic cop, SWAT guy, cry in front of his like, look, man, listen, bro, I've been in the depths, I've been in the darkness, dude. You don't gotta do this. And I was like, damn, like, I'm pretty sure that he's faking it, but he's doing a really good job, you know?
Yeah.
And, but you know, like, I was like, man, I want to go hug him, you know, and it worked out. But this like, I don't want to have to kill you, man. Come on. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
With me on the scene, it's, and my guys know this, and they're getting really good at it too. They're, you know, young and within the past 5 years been out of police academy and everything, but we're going to give, depending on the distance, at max 3 warnings with consequences. Here's what's going to happen. Don't do this. We're demanding this. Here's what's going to happen if you don't. And that's it. And once you reach that 3 threshold, you know that your voice is booming enough. It's loud enough to where you can be heard within a couple blocks. And then you have to execute on what your next stance is to protect everybody that's on scene.
Yeah. I'm a very, I kind of put my plan. This is just my style. Hey man, you know, Officer Levine, I understand things are going bad right now for you here. Real quick, I just want to let you know where I'm at with this. I want you to understand where I'm at. Like, I want to help you, but if you push too close, I'm just going to have to take action. I don't want to do that, but that's what it is. So with that said, sir, here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get you some help. This is what I want to do for you. And usually they're trying to process what you're saying, and it's giving your guys time to set up, get in the right position, all that stuff. But I kind of lay it out there. I'm like, you know, I even let you know where my line in the sand is. Like, hey, dude, I've already decided if you reach a certain point, it's going to be bad news. And I don't want to go there, but is what it is.
I'm a big distraction guy when it comes to these suicide cases. Like I said, I've got more than a handful that I've had to talk. I tased a chick in the vagina. A lot of people have heard that story. And she was armed, you know, and
unintentionally,
and
I'm sure.
And I tased her in the vagina. It was very, you know, I didn't mean to, but that's where it hit her. And that's a funny story. It's a great story.
Split the belt line, eh?
It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite stories of all time, to be honest with you. But you know what? I like to distract, right? So he's got an Element hoodie on, you know, so I would like right off the bat, I'd be like, hey, Element hoodie, man, I haven't seen that since like the 90s. Were you a 90s skater? Did you follow Element back then, or are you just wearing the hoodie? And he'd be like, wait, what? And I'd be like, just really quick, we'll get back to the suicide thing here in a second, but I love the Element Team Rider guys. Like,
Yeah.
who was your favorite? Did you have a favorite? And if he's like, yo, shut the fuck up. And I'll be like, damn, dude, that's not polite. Like, I'm just trying to learn a little bit about you. And then he's like, well, you just shut up, you know?
Yeah.
You know? It works out a lot of times, man. Like, I've had a dude, you know, he was armed with a shredded piece of glass. I did the same thing. And I like just something very generic and stupid like that. And he was like, man, Justin Bieber, just shut the fuck up over there. And I was like, do you really think I look like Justin Bieber? And he was like, all white people with a shaved face look like Justin Bieber. And I was like, damn, so we all look the same for real? Like we see Asians and we see black people. And he was like, what? All Asians and black people don't look the same, just white people. And I was like, man, that's great. You really think that? Bro, we end up having this like huge argument, like out in the middle of the street. Everybody, like even the cops are like, yo, what do you do? Like, what the
But you distracted him
here? You know, and then he and I end up having like this thing. And then when he gave up, he was like, man, I'm gonna give up, but don't put me in Bieber's car. Put me in anybody else's car but Bieber. I was like, bro, you hurt my feelings. He was like, you hurt my feelings, bitch. And I was like, how did I hurt your feelings? You know, but at the end of the day, suicide was kind of off the table.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome though. That's how you do it. And one of the things that we have a gift for, I think, that stands out amongst, I think, officers that do really well with these situations, the ones that do bad, is our ability to have social interaction with anybody. And, you know, like Banning and I, when we talked for hours, and then Eric and I, we ate half a day on just talking through Zoom, and we weren't recording or doing anything. So it's that ability to talk. And when we want to break down police work, one of the things that we don't test for that I think is key is social skills and emotional IQ, which I think they go hand in hand.
100%.
Well, let me throw this out there for you. Our generation knows how to talk because we're 40 years old plus.
Yeah.
These other kids haven't talked through anything but a screen for the last 15 years, bro. I mean, think about that. They honestly just don't know how to talk. They've never talked on the phone in the kitchen with the phone tethered to the wall for 3 hours with a girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like they've just done text.
Yeah.
So
with a 40-foot long cable.
Right. You know, so they're just, you know, so like, you know, and I noticed that when I was in FTO that, you know, for me going up and explaining a ticket to somebody, I never had a problem giving somebody a warning or a ticket. Like there was no argument about it. It was, you know, I could flow through a conversation and get them to understand and be like, all right, well, thanks. And I'll be like, yeah, man, anything you need. But you send those new rookies out there and they're like, do you know how fast you were going, Officer Levine with the San Antonio Police Department? Why were you going so fast in the 35 mile an hour? And you're like, they're like, I wasn't going fast. They're like, why were you going so fast? I wasn't going fast. Sir, please give me your ID. Please give me your ID. You know, it's just
yeah. You're right, and it is so frustrating because all these officers that I see get in trouble, it usually is the breakdown starts because they don't know how to talk to people, and when we start losing our confidence in our speech, we go to our use of force chart. That's the way it goes down.
The academy is used for passing a test, and you've got to get people to understand. Even I hate to say it, but stage presence. You've got to get them up there. They've got to be able to talk, and they can't freaking cave on themselves. They're a freaking public servant. They got to be able to talk to the crowd.
Yeah. Somebody's asking if that picture behind you is Hillary Clinton.
That's Bill Clinton. And then right next to him, which you can't see over here, is Casey Anthony. So I think the two most evil people on the planet are the Clinton family and
Casey Anthony.
And Casey Anthony. I think those are the two most evil people on the planet.
Walk around and find out. He's talking noise towards you. I take it he knows you personally.
Who? What?
Falk around and find out says Tansey's the biggest keyboard warrior ever. He's one of your guys, so you can't blame my people. He said it's Bill Clinton. Oh, so yeah.
It's Bill Clinton in the Epstein Island. It's the Epstein Island painting. Red Pill Threads made me that and sent it to us as a gift.
Okay.
But it was the painting of Bill Clinton from the Epstein Island, and it's on canvas, so it's really
very
nice.
Cool. All right, I want to. I got a text message from my boy Suresh. Banning knows Suresh from 221B Tactical. Yeah. We have him on here all the time. But 221B Tactical guys, I am not a paid sponsor. He's just my friend. They make dry vest, the thing that goes under your vest as a police officer that keeps you cool. I've had one since version 1, and that is actually how he and I became friends. He was a New Jersey cop making these things out of his freaking garage. And like Eric managed to make a life for himself outside of police work by doing something that actually got started because of police work. So check out 221B Tactical and check out, he just came out with a new version 5.0, I think it is, for the dry vest. And it's on sale right now, I believe. So go ahead and check that out. 221B
When you wear the
Tactical.
dry vest, can you still poof it and smell your own musks? Because that was my favorite thing to do, is just
Yeah, you absolutely, because it allows airflow and you can fluff your own musk, if you will, right up your
don't
neck.
act like you've never done it.
Okay, everybody likes their own brand. I will. Ain't no shame in my game, sir. Everybody's done a little sniff. Everyone, you know what I'm saying? Let me see here. Sally Francis Ford said, "I'm from New Jersey. Look at you,
New Jersey.
New Jersey." I got it. This guy I work with. His name's Madursky, and he's from Jersey. He laid tile for 20 years and then decided he wanted to be a cop.
Does he like hot dogs?
Hot dogs? He likes pie and he likes coffee.
I see coffee on the roof.
Yeah, and when he's talking about pie, he's talking about pizza, guys. It's not a dessert. So very weird. All right, let's move on to a different video. I think we kind of get the gist of this one.
Are they going to smoke him? Did they shoot him?
Yeah, you saw that. Oh, you might not have seen that.
I did not see it.
Let's
okay, it's all right. You can tell me he shot him.
Let's let Tansey get his fix here.
Drop it, man. Don't make me shoot you.
Yeah. Oh no, and he keeps going. Oh damn.
Okay. So here was what we were discussing when you lost connection. He keeps firing. What is your thoughts on him continuing to fire?
I'm pretty good with it up to this point. He can't shoot again now, but yeah, I mean those 3 rounds, you know, I always equate it to like if you're playing football or rugby. And I guess only if you've ever played football or rugby that this would make sense. But, you know, if you're going in to make that tackle on the quarterback and the quarterback fades back and you've dropped your shoulders, you've dropped your hips, you've put your head up, you've extended your arms, you've led with your front foot, and you begin to, when you set all of that in motion to make that tackle and then that ball gets released, it's too late. Your body, like by the time your brain goes, oh, the ball's out, it can't like bring your legs back, bring everything. Like it takes your body time to catch up to your brain. And so once you've got that sight picture that's very blurry, you know, as you know, and you're taking that shot and you're taking that shot, you might be like, oh shit, he's running, but you're already in the action of that third shot. So I was fine up into there. Now, when he takes that break and that dude's still running, I mean, obviously you can't go back to shooting. But I don't know. For me personally, I think that's what was going on with those first couple of shots. Probably didn't even notice which way that dude was running. When you start shooting at somebody, you don't even know. I like with all my experiences, like being in the military and all those things, like you get it right. That front sight pose, everything is so blurry in front of you.
Yeah.
You're really just looking at a silhouette. You're not really processing. Like you just know it's moving to the left. You don't know it's moving a left and away.
Correct.
You know, that's left and at you. You know what I'm saying?
Damn good point. That is a damn good point. We did not bring that up earlier either. I didn't think about that. So spot on. And Eric, real quick, kind of give people I didn't tell anybody about your military background. If you don't mind, real quick, give them.
I did 8 years in the military, and I spent 6 of that 8 years roughly in special operations. I served with 20th Special Forces Group, 2 combat tours to Afghanistan, back to back, so 13 months total, and I was attached to 20th Group on my deployment in 05 and 06 as well. So yeah, I mean, and then I was a cop for close to 8 years.
I have quite a few military guys that also follow here. Banning, obviously being a Marine, me being, quasi associated with the military since I'm in the Air Force. So, yeah, I know. Hey, I am honored that every time you guys were to come on the base, I could salute you or take your ID card and make sure that you are who you say you are and let you on. So
somebody said Perry Lemley says he's running back towards the store. I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, you can't really let him go in there. Now you got a hostage situation. So I guess the moral of the story is kill him the first time.
Yeah. And what we brought up was when you're shooting to change the behavior. The behavior changed, but it changed in a bad way because he's running. I just hit my screen. He's running towards a store where there's people. So yeah, I mean
That's a tough one.
And you kind of flipped my mind a little bit because I wasn't thinking about when you are focused on the front sight post. It is that's how you're trained. It's trained that you blur out. Right.
Yeah.
Now with these red dots, both eyes open, and you don't do that anymore. It's completely.
Well, I mean,
different.
I've actually talked to guys who, when they've shot at somebody in the back and things, and you get a debrief or whatever, and they're like, "Bro, I didn't even know he had turned around." You know what I mean? Like, I was waiting for him to fall, and he just wasn't falling. And you're like, and I believe these people because I know them personally and I know what kind of people they are.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you're getting you called out over here. They're like,
what did you say?
Said you're cheating on Dead Leg. Hey guys, he's throwing out shade. Dead Leg's a good dude, and he knows what we're doing here. So, no, if you are just joining from Failure to Stop podcast, I keep wanting to say Failure to Launch because of the movie. Failure to Stop podcast. This is Two Cops One Donut podcast, and I invited him to come over, and I always think it's great to network and share platforms with each other. So I am letting all of my people know that please go to Failure Stop Podcast, follow, subscribe, do all that. It's on YouTube. I believe he's on everything, every platform, but YouTube's the fun one. So Eric, you guys are found on all platforms, correct?
Yeah, Rumble, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Patreon, all the things. And I'm sick. I normally don't sound this crappy. I just
always looks that crappy. Guys.
And I feel like I have black eyes because there's so much like sinus pressure in here.
Yeah. No, you look just as fugly as you normally do, sir.
Do I look 40? Do I look 40?
You still don't look 40. No, I feel like Banning and I look.
Well, I'm the oldest guy in the room here, definitely.
Yeah, I'm 41. Banning's 67. Police life is really worn on him. So
Banning's 28. He's just been on night shift.
My God. That's
right. Good evening from Chief Turner, Ozark Mountain Range Ranch Rangers. God, I can't get to talk today.
Whoa.
From Stone County, Missouri. Hell yeah.
I mean, brother. I feel like that's just how I would, if I had a cool department like that, I would just address myself as that forever. Like,
right.
Hello, Eric Tansey, Ranch Ranger.
Yeah. I like it. I agree. Somebody said it's the mullet. Dude, you do have a bitchin' mullet. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty nice.
Tonight is definitely a party in the front. So it's good.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's switch it up here. I have seen this video, so I'm not going to comment. I posted about this one, but I just want to see y'all's reaction on this. It's very short, 2 minutes. Let's see here.
I thought 2 minutes was a long time. Oh, yes. Let's go. This is a great video.
Yeah, buddy.
Ranch Rangers.
Dude, can you steal something? Come on. Hey, stop. You're being detained.
All right, stop really quick. Yo, bro, tell me that these guys don't have the biggest horse boner of all time, right?
They've been training their entire lives for this moment because let's face it, guys, I come from a department that has a horse unit, a mounted unit, if you will. It's Texas, so a lot of us have mounted units, and they are trained to do some badass stuff, but they don't get to do it. They're PR people. They're pictures, shaking babies, and kissing hands and all that stuff.
I love those ones out of certain metro cities here that they'll go up and ask them if they can pet the horse, and they end up petting the leg of the officer.
No, they say, "Can I pet him?" That's what they'll say. Hey, can I pet him? And they're like, "Yeah, go ahead." And they start petting the officer. Hilarious.
Dude, I loved our mounted unit. They were rad. Those horses are so big, but yeah, man, like, I don't know. I know that they've responded. They responded to check in with me on a call one time. And I thought that was hilarious. Yeah. Like, I'm in this yard trying to do this domestic by myself. And all of a sudden the lady was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I turned around and, like, in the shadows of darkness,
That's awesome.
And I'm like, dude, did you guys just show up?
Dude,
with
and by the way,
horses?
good impression of horse trot. That was pretty good.
Pretty good, man.
That was
Yeah,
that
this
was
is
actually
awesome, though.
that was
This is
pretty
great.
impressive, sir. You sounded just like the video. I like that.
You're
We might
being
have to
detained.
soundboard that. All right, let's keep going.
Albuquerque police! Stop! You're being detained!
What
Dude,
would
how-
you do if a horse was chasing you? I would have to stop like immediately.
I know. Like, and here's the other
Fine,
part.
you got me. Like,
We're-
you
we're
win.
ta-
Touche.
We're talking about robot responses and stuff. Like, okay, you said it. Everybody hears you, bud. Like, and you're still yelling it.
Stop! Albuquerque police! You are being detained! Stop! Stop!
This is what surprised me.
Stop! You're being detained!
You think it's just him. You think it's just this one officer on horseback. Nope.
He's got a whole posse, bro.
Yeah.
Stop!
I'm glad you used the word posse.
Albuquerque police, stop!
It wasn't me.
Stop!
So, okay, the point of these videos is kind of talk like how we would respond. I can't even begin to respond. I've never been a horse
I will
cop.
tell you
So
right now exactly what I would be doing.
what would you be
I
doing?
would be going, he's going to bite you. He's going to bite you. He's going to bite you. And I would start speaking in German, you know? like all those German commands.
Yeah, all the K9 officers use.
Like
That
the
is
suspects
hilarious.
know. When they start hearing those dudes speak German, they're like, all right. You know what I mean? I'd be doing that. I'd be like,
See,
"Got a
I would
typing horse.
be going old school Western. I would start coming out with the yeehaw, get them boys, get them, and then act like I'm gonna lasso you, just and see what they do. I don't know what else to do. The other concern that let's be serious for a second. The concern that I have is, am I at a disadvantage being up on this horse and unable to go to? I mean, I'm assuming you can go to your gun, but I don't know. I don't know how this works for these guys.
mean, that horse will kick you into next week, bro.
That's true. And is that another thing? I've never asked mounted. Do you train them to like just, drop kick a motherfucker? I don't know. I don't know how that works. I know they use their butts, like NYPD. Yeah. There's a lot of like crowd control things you can do with horses. And I
don't think a dude shoplifting, 40 ounce, Fiestas is, going to battle a horse, right?
Right. But and then too, you got to remember what's going through this guy's mind is it's finally like that. That's the only word going through his mind.
So
finally.
Do they have lassos? Because that would be sick.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. And then
like rip tie him from the horse.
Yeah. let's go to the comments here because I don't want to
drag him past all the Mexican restaurants.
Someone said second the lasso idea. Okay. Me on a horse, pulls pistol out of holster, guns up, looks at the camera.
Guns up.
You pull your body camera off and you're like, let's go,
so
boys.
Our shirts for our podcast say guns up, giddy up. We started every show with Mike the cop. When I was with him, I would say guns up and he would be like, hey, giddy up, and like, so that's why all my fans are like guns up, giddy up. So yeah, we would definitely be doing some guns up, giddy up on this one.
That makes a lot of sense right there. What does it say? Can a horse still bite with a bridle? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. You can still get bit by them guys.
But I mean, I don't think they're trained to bite, but like I would be telling the suspect that he is. I'd be like, he's going to bite you. He's going to bite you. You better get on the ground. He's about to bite you. You know what I mean? Because nobody wants to get bit,
Right, exactly.
I mean, I have chased suspects multiple times and barked and said, like, I'm going to let it go. And they have proned out and I don't have a dog. So
yes. Oh, yeah. I've yelled into buildings like as a obviously as a distraction.
Come out now, release a dog. You will be bitten.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you start. There's a great video of a guy doing that out in the woods, and to his credit, he sounded like a dog. It was pretty good.
Dude, I've got a great bark, man.
So
I've got a great bark.
All right, let's keep going here. Let's see the.
You think that stop or force will be used against you?
Look, he's already tired.
You understand me? Get on the ground.
There's
Get
the
on the
crew.
ground.
There's the cavalry.
Get on the ground. You're being detained. Get out of the road. Get out of the road. You are not free to leave. Do you understand?
Real
Force will be used against
genius.
you.
I say it looks like
You are being
What's that?
looks like a Budweiser freaking commercial.
That's what I was saying. I was like, the real men of genius. So you decided to steal from a store while while the mounted unit was right outside.
detained for suspected shoplifting. I'm gonna fucking use force against you. Get on the ground.
See, there's somebody that's been a street cop for a while. This guy on the back of the horse, he ain't been out there a minute. I bet he's been on that horse for years.
What did he do? He just got out and just tackled him?
This guy goes, yeah, get on the fucking ground. I'm gonna. Yeah. Meanwhile, this guy's like, you are detained. Stop moving or I will use force.
Not moving or force from use against you.
Yes.
I want to see these guys and the horses write their supplement on this.
Oh God, I'm trying to go through the comment, dude. You're Eric. Your people are cracking me up. They're all
dude.
over.
I want to like. Do they arrest him and put him like drape him over the back like in the old westerns where they're just like laid over? You know what I mean?
Sometimes they just make you ride, on the back like you would a female on your motorcycle. So,
or no, are you tying like a lasso around their neck and walk them behind the horse?
Oh
Their
God,
hands tied out in front of them.
You don't want to do that.
Oh,
did you guys see the one video that they had a guy lassoed? I think they had his hands and they walked him to the jail because it was like the only option they had. I don't remember where that was at, but that was fairly recent, last couple of years. I'm kind of waiting for Sam Elliott to write up. You're done, amigo. That's perfect. I was hoping Sam Elliott, by the way, would make an appearance in Roadhouse if anybody watched it.
Oh yeah, great movie.
It was great. I thought it was wonderful.
I've seen it 3 times.
Oh, nice.
I watched it once to make sure it was okay for my kids.
Yeah.
And then I let my kids watch it because it was okay for my kids. And then they wanted to watch it again. So
yeah, I love that they still kept it like a B movie. You know what I mean? Great actors, and shout out to Conor McGregor. I think he did wonderful for.
He did fine.
Cheesy,
for sure.
Like I would say, it was a B movie, but they spent money on it. You could tell. So
it was great, man. It was fun. Like the destination was great. They picked a really great place to shoot it. All the scenery was awesome. It wasn't woke in any way, shape, or form, but it had like people of color all over the place, which, I thought they just did a really good job with that. Like,
I agree.
Not going crazy. They didn't put like a black dude with a white girl and an Asian daughter. You know what I mean? Like they kept
trying
to
make it a point. Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? Like they did it realistically. And I just thought like every aspect of the movie, being said I've seen it 3 times, I thought was very well played. So kudos to them.
Banning said, F the Twisted Tea. We got Budweiser. I like it. All right, let's keep. Oh, somebody said, does anybody in the chat ride horses? I actually do ride horses. Not regularly, but been horseback. We actually took my oldest daughter to Montana last summer, and we rode horses for 7 days up in the mountains. It was amazing. So,
that's great.
Yeah, I like riding.
My kids ride bulls.
But yeah, your kids are insane. They're gonna be doing parachuting and all the skydiving stuff. That's what your kids. They're gonna be. What do they call them? Extreme X
Games.
X Games. Yeah, that's his kids. If you guys don't know, please find Eric Tansey's social media stuff, and you will eventually find it if he doesn't mention it on here. Yeah. His kids have their own damn skateboarding page going, and it's bigger than my podcast. It's that big. It's fun to watch, and me being a dad, and Banning being a dad, and family man. Anytime a fellow cop or our friends and families and stuff are doing well, I like pointing that stuff out.
Well, my 11-year-old wanted to start doing like social media on his own. So they have a bunch of sponsors. So like they did a Liquid Death video.
I saw it.
Them a whole bunch of stuff. It was really good. But so that after doing that video, he was like, I want to do my own content. And I was like, man, we really don't want you guys on social media like that. And he's like, Dad, I can do it. Like, I want to make my own videos and do that stuff. So about a week ago, we were like, all right, cool. Like, let's do it. But it's going to be part of our homeschool curriculum. Like you'll have a certain time of the day that you can do this. And like, you have to like run your plan by me. But anyway, his videos have been great. He's done like 4 or 5 of them now. They're fantastic. But bro, like one of his videos has like 300 comments. And I mean, a lot of them are good, But then other ones are like, bro, you should try fentanyl, or like,
Oh,
shut the
Jesus.
fuck up, you're 11, and like, look at this spoiled little bitch kid who gets to skate all over the place. I bet if he doesn't land his tricks, his parents don't feed him. Like, I mean, just like the craziest, meanest stuff. Like,
listen, we take back some rations, but we still feed him.
Yeah,
Tell him
it's
right.
so crazy, dude. It's so crazy. And I was like, well, that's why we don't do social media, because kids are assholes.
Yes, they are. Oh, I got temporarily.
Dude, it's like 50-year-old men. Like the one dude is a manager at a skate shop, and he was like just ripping on my kid. And I heard through the grapevine that actually the shop owner is going to fire the guy for it. Because I posted it like in a story. I was like, here's a 50-year-old skateboard manager telling my kid that he should try cigarettes and Red Bull. And I said, the internet is wild. And like people started blowing that dude up. Like, why the fuck would you put that on an 11-year-old's page?
As they should.
But it's crazy though that like there's so many. There's got to be at least 100 adults making comments on this kid's page. And I would never, ever, if I see an 11-year-old, 12-year-old, 13-year-old saying anything on social media, I just keep scrolling. I don't even care what they have to say.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Izzo. We have Izzo on here quite a bit, by the way, Eric. Another former police officer who's in the Chicago area. If you've never heard of Dominic Izzo, great guy.
Oh, the road apples when
he said, "Are cops responsible for the road apples when the horse drops one?" No, at least not in Texas where I'm at. That is not their responsibility, believe it or not.
Nope.
Now, most of the time they wear the little poop catcher, but sometimes they don't. And if they're not wearing it, then it's on the road sanitation people to come.
No different than the homeless people shitting on the street. So
it's definitely not a pothole.
Yeah. Stepped in mud. No, you didn't. All right, let's keep going. I want to see this.
Do not leave. Do not move.
I'm upset that once the cuffs go on, they're not instantly shooting their guns in the air, yelling "Yeehaw!" And you can tell them horses are trained because they are not flinching to the vehicles driving by. Watch their ears. Their ears aren't pinning. So
they take them to the range and everything, and that's a good thing.
Yep. Yeah, that was a good video there.
That was fun though. That was fun. Those are pretty horses too, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Were those Clydesdales? Do we know that or not?
No, those weren't Clydesdales.
No.
Clydesdales are huge.
Yeah, they just had the white socks and what we're used to in the old.
Clydesdales are typically they're not riding horses. And they're pulling. They log in Michigan where I'm from. They're for logging. There's some old school loggers that will do all their stuff with Clydesdales, and it makes their prices go way up, and everything they make out of the wood goes through the roof. But Clydesdales are workhorses for sure.
Definitely huge.
Yeah. Just pulling up the comments before we go to the next video. Banning Sweatland, have a great evening. Head out on call. Be safe from Chief Turner. I like we got some Chiefs jumping on here. Tactical dude. I'm not sure whose platform he is, but I like him already. I like the name.
Yeah, he's Failure Stop. He's on every one of our shows.
Oh,
I mean, he's in the chats for all of our shows. I've actually talked to a Tactical Dude on the phone. So got an interesting story. I gave him my phone number about a year or so ago.
I hope the horse farts on that guy. Oh shit. What's Izzo saying? Banning taking his pants off in front of the horse, and the horse starts to cry because Banning is bigger. Oh my god. Listen, 2 Cops 1 Donut is not responsible for that of the comments of the people watching this show. Jesus.
Yeah.
Eric, if you ever have Izzo on your show, which I highly recommend, just
anytime.
He's a good dude, man. Have him on your show for sure.
He's a great
come on
guy.
anytime. I'm just cracking up that all your fans are like LinkedIn people. Like I literally thought LinkedIn was for like geriatrics. You know what
We
I mean?
are bringing him in. I'm telling you, we're
so funny, dude.
hey, bro.
I didn't know it was a thing, bro. I didn't know it was a thing. Like I like literally when I see LinkedIn, I'm like, okay, boomer. You know?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, and I this is my impression of it so far is that cops, military, all the first responders and stuff, they have that professional side to them. They want to come watch this stuff, and they don't want to be hassled by a whole bunch of trolls. We do have trolls come through, and I'm the type of person, I don't block anybody. I want people will tear you up in the chat if you come in here and just try to be a thumb. But if you come in here and you legitimately have a different perspective, the LinkedIn crowd's the best because they're trying to like explain and have like a legitimate conversation versus hiding behind some alias that we'll get from, Instagram or some of the other things. So
what I tell everybody, it's a rolling resume. Even though you're already out and you're doing your thing and you're successful somewhere else, it's getting the word out there of what you're doing, and you're going to get so many. I'm not going to say more educated, but people that really enjoy what you do, they will become committed followers to what you're doing. And I hate calling them followers. I call them connections. So the connections that I have, man, are from every diverse background that you can think of and law enforcement. And that's what I love about it.
Izzo. See, this is what you got to watch out for if you have Izzo on there. So, oh man, I love him though.
Dude, hey, Lizzo. Dominic Lizzo, and go on my son's page, Duke Tansey on Instagram. I just like start hitting up those trolls that are in some of his bigger posts for shitting on a fucking 11-year-old kid. That's just that grinds harder than anybody that you'll ever meet for a 10-year-old. Go to his page. Go to Duke Tansey. This kid's got survival videos. He kicks flips 7 stairs, 10 stairs, all sorts of crazy stuff. And kids give him he made this one how to kickflip video. How to kickflip 7 stairs. It was really nice. He was like, the big thing about, just it was a really nice video. And the first comment was, bro, your kickflips aren't even that good.
What?
And it's like a 10-year-old kid kickflipping 7 stairs. You know what I mean? It's so funny, bro. It's like,
hey, type his thing in the chat, if you will, sir. Or can you type in the chat from where your guys are looking? I know I can, but
I'm not to follow Izzo on Instagram. I have to follow him too. Folkenator from Folk Around and Find Out. He's cool. She follows him on Instagram. I'll have to give him a follow.
Yeah, definitely follow Izzo, guys. What's your kids?
Duke Tansey is the only one that we allow right now to do his own, but August and Elkin both have their own. But
okay,
but you Duke Tansey and Tansey fam. It makes it easier. But Duke is actually making his own content right now at 11.
So is it how to kickflip big sets? I'm just looking.
Oh, on the video on his Instagram. Oh, yeah. It's you'll see him. I don't think he titles them,
dude. Holy shit! Let's do this.
Oh, I don't even know how to get to his page.
You're not.
Oh, you have it. Go up, go down. Nope. Down. Yeah, right there. The one with his face. It says how to kickflip.
Yeah. Let's go here. Let's get the
stair sets, and I just tell them
I support
keep my weight
family,
on the
bro.
center of the board. I pop, flick, catch with my back foot, and ride it out. And it's just like doing a normal kickflip on flat. You just need to not think of the stair set, and then you land it. Okay, so I pop, flick, catch with my back foot, land.
Get out of here with all that.
I pop, flick, catch with my back foot, land.
Dude, he broke it down just like a good jiu-jitsu video too. 3 different angles.
The thing about kickflipping bigger sets is when you pop and flick, you have a bunch of time to figure out when you're going to catch with that back foot. So if you're going to kickflip a big stair, probably do a 3 or 4 stair before doing a 1 stair.
Like he's saying that doing 3 or 4 stairs is easier than doing 1 because you have actual time to catch the board.
Yeah.
But the first comment was bro, your kickflips aren't even that good.
Jeez, the kid's getting shit on. He just started. Oh, it's what I like is you can see his eyes moving as his brain, he's putting it together. He's not scripted. He's telling you from his experience. That's actually the mark.
Go to the survival one. Go to the survival one. I thought this. I wish Tim Kennedy would see this video. Just go up. It's right there to the right. Right there.
So today I created this survival scenario. You can only use it in survival situations because it is illegal. I just like setting them for fun. But this one is a choking technique where it kills the squirrel. If just a little bit of force, spawn. It's caught.
Oh, he's setting freaking snares.
You can't get down.
I
Bro,
love
he's
it.
got these set up like all over our property too.
Just
I finally was like,
just
yo,
dead squirrels everywhere.
yeah, I was like, bro, it's illegal in the state of North Carolina. He's like, it's illegal. Because I bought him an SAS survival guide, and he has literally gone through the whole book and made. I mean, he ordered flint on Amazon to start flint napping. He, he's got shelters because we've got a lot of property out here, all tucked out in the woods, and he's got like shelters. He's got like little pitfalls. He's got like little alarm set, and him and his brothers. I went out there not too long ago, and they were all out there in their underwear covered in mud. And I was like, what is going on? He's like, we're playing Naked and Afraid.
The hell you are.
So they just had their underwear on and they were just covered in mud.
Almost Naked and Afraid. That's what we're playing.
Naked and Afraid. So funny.
That's funny. Listen, guys, if you're like, I thought this was law enforcement related.
Sorry.
No, I actually want to make this a point, is that we, as a law enforcement culture, we don't support the basis of family enough. We support the culture of policing. Oh, you got to come into work, bro. Like, we're going to need you. Da, 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 da. No, screw that. Family needs to be the roots. Police work is something you do. It's not who you are. So I will step aside any day and help support somebody, their family, and all the stuff that we do. But dude, that's awesome, Eric. Honestly, like that's good father shit. On the real, I think that what you're doing is
it's bad father shit because we're letting them on social media. But I get it. It's like this, it's like this weird double-edged sword, man. Like, I thought for when he wanted to do it, and they run their own podcast, that was pretty damn successful, and with a lot of pros on it and everything. And so I thought, like, okay, well, he's done the podcast thing. He's spoken in front of, like, he skateboarded in front of 3,000 people at a contest, made it to the final, and that was the best day of my life because I was so nervous. And he was going out. He was the youngest person to make it in the finals. There's 3,000 people in the crowd watching him, and I mean, he is the youngest by like 6 or 7 years. So these are just basically adults, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, and I just said, like, hey, dude, like, what are you thinking right now? You're about to go up there next. And he's like, he looks at me and he was like, I'm going to give him one hell of a show. And I was like, my heart like beat out of my chest. Like, he wasn't nervous. He didn't care. He's like, man, I'm just going to give him one hell of a show. And he did, and he hyped the crowd up, and it was super. He didn't win, but I mean, he went all in, and the crowd, he won the crowd. I mean, the crowd was, all about it. And, I just think that, and his brothers, they follow suit. So I thought that social media would be a natural progression. Like, okay, well, let's see how this works. And so he's made a couple of videos, and I mean, like I said, the comments are just brutal, man. Like, just brutal. So and
you're
DMs, bro. And it's like, I have on there that I monitor it. Like, it says managed by parent. So I'm reading all the DMs, bro. They're grown ass adults DMing him.
Fuck.
I mean, it's not anything sketchy, but like, could you ever imagine DMing an 11-year-old kid?
No.
30-something years old? Like, I don't care if you're saying like, wow, dude, you really rip, blah, blah, blah. Let us know if you're ever in California. Like, I would put it in a comment maybe, but I probably wouldn't.
The only adult that I would take on that is if Tony Hawk got on there and be like, hey, dude, you're doing a great job.
Right. Yeah. Somebody in the industry. That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. But not just rando, dude. Like, I'm not, unless it's like my kid wants to follow this person.
Right.
And then I'm like, all right, let me do some quality control and make sure that we're not out
I mean, if they're super famous,
not out hanging squirrels or anything, but So, no, that's good stuff.
No,
and
these are just like weird DMs. Like, hey man, keep up the good work. It's fun to follow you. And they got like 200 followers, and they're like, 40 years old, dude. And it's just like, you couldn't put that in a comment. I don't know if, like, for me, maybe it's because I'm a cop or something. Or
I'm like, this is my concern.
Never DM a kid.
Yeah.
Period. DMs are sketchy anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even. Like, I feel weird when I DM you sometimes. I'm like, am I DMing? And like, should I DM?
Well, it's weird because you always FaceTime me and you're not wearing anything. So
yeah,
I'm like, you gotta warn me, bro. Like,
oh, that's what you sent me. Oh,
yeah. It was supposed to be a dick pic. It was just hard to see the dick,
And listen, everybody in the chat right now, you guys are awesome because everybody jumped on Tansey about the family stuff that we just talked about. So that tells me that everybody that's following us and watching tonight, your priorities to me, you guys are right in line with us. So thank you very much.
Damn right. Thank you guys.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of family.
I'll say this, dude. I'll say this, man. I was a shitty dad when I was a cop. I was not a good father when I was a cop. I'll admit it. My sons were all at a very young age, all up on video games. My son Duke, the one that you just saw right there, had really short hair. He was pretty chunky, kind of chunky. Was having problems in school because we weren't homeschooling at that point. I mean, it was preschool, so it didn't really matter that bad. But I mean, I was just obsessed with the job, dude. I was doing CrossFit, doing the job, staying after for warrants, like if there was a squad party, we were going to it, and it wasn't until I kind of just had this weird awakening, man, where I was like, when I stopped being a cop and not to get too far off topic here, but like I opened up my own distillery and I fell for all these influencers, and I, was all about that grind, being on that grind. You got to be on that. You got to go all in. You got to, and I'm staying at my own.
4 a.m.
Yeah, dude. And I was doing all of the things. I would open up my own distillery, man. I was networking. I was going to places, I was going to meetings like all day long. And then like at some point, my wife had pretty much had enough. She was in a bad depression at that time, and it, basically my fault. Just didn't know it, and it all came crashing down. And I thought, like, I don't know, man. I think I was like on a jog or something, but I was just like, what? Like, I put a lot of focus into myself being awesome. Like, I've got 6-pack abs. I've got all this. I got that. I got my own business, but like my family life sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what is the point of me having all of this if my family like doesn't, like my family hates me? This is like, this isn't cool. And I just kind of made a conscious decision that I was going to invest more in my children than I was in myself from that point forward. And I've never looked back from that. I took all the video games away. I started doing all the homeschool stuff, teaching them survival. I graduated CRC, which is one of the hardest survival courses that the Army has to offer. I graduated CRC plus, like the highest level of SEER. Awesome. So, like I just immediately started teaching my kids SEER techniques like 3 or 4 years ago. And now they love gold mining, cold panning. They love, squirrels, skateboarding. So, yeah, I mean, I think that if you're a cop, it's really easy to get lost. But I'll tell you this, guys, it's been 4 years since I've been a cop. They don't come around anymore.
Yeah.
I hear from them once every 3 or 4 months. One of them will call me, ask me if I'm going to a union meeting, ask if I can cover something on a podcast, but they're gone, dude. Like I went from being a legend, like a weird legend in the police department. It's like kind of the department funny guy and
officer of the year,
officer of the year, I had like just a very awkward police career to 4 years later. They don't even know who you are, but who will know me for the next 35, 40 years?
Your kids.
My kids. So invest more in your kids and you do that job.
Yep. And I have, this is thanks to Joe Rogan. I hate to say this, but I listen to him religiously. He's the reason I started my podcast, and his whole attitude towards it. He's like, it's just something fun I do. I like to do it. If it gets big, it gets big. Great. If it doesn't, all right, whatever. So I've just kind of taken the same attitude. This is fun. I like to do it. I've met a lot of great people because of it, but I don't put any pressure on myself because of this. And I let my sponsors, when I get them, I let them know, hey, look, dude, I'm still, I'm a cop. That's my job. This doesn't pay the bills. So this is what I do. But if I want to go take a vacation, if I got family stuff going on, this is going to the side. I'm going to go do my stuff and handle my family. And if you're not on board with that, then this ain't going to be a good fit. And every sponsor that I've had has all been on board. So, I'm glad to hear somebody else that does this as well do that. Banning is, one of the definitions of a family man. He's always,
100%.
Yeah. So,
and they don't tell you that though in the police department.
No,
they will never. They'll never tell you to invest into your children. They'll never tell you to invest in your wife. You want to talk about mental wellness and mental well-being of a police officer. You don't need a fucking therapy dog in your department what you need in that stupid mandatory ethics class, it's bullshit because, you know, the guys that are teaching it are like the most unethical assholes in the world. Like if you're teaching an ethics class and you're having an affair that everybody in the department knows about,
Right.
like, you know what I mean? But
Right,
like,
yeah.
why don't we save like a 10-minute slide that says, and hey guys, part of mental wellness and mental health is like making sure your family is squared away. When's the last time you talked to your kids? When's the last time you had a conversation with your kids? And look, maybe this is mean. And if you're a cop listening to this right now, look at your kids and then look at your squad's kids and just see how many of those kids are a complete fucking train wreck.
Yeah.
Maybe yours are good, sure. But look at all your buddies. Like, dude, you go to these like squad meetings, my kids included, my kids were a train wreck, you know, fat, dumpy, you know, having all sorts of issues and weird, you know, tics and, you know, addicted to these iPad things, you know what I mean? And
not literal ticks. They probably still get those now, but
they probably have like weird ticks.
But yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, it's one of those things that luckily I'm a sergeant, so I get to really instill. I just had one of my troops have a baby. They had their first baby, and I went military style.
That's
I said,
awesome.
hey, everybody on the team, if you can spare it, let's put $20 together.
Oh yeah.
And I let 2 of my guys go to the hospital. We were on duty, and I was like, go to the hospital, drop off a care package, let them know that it isn't for him, it's for his wife and for their families to know that there is a second family, and we are going to help take care of each other. And he knows, like, take off the time you need, do what you got to do, but take care of your family first. Don't worry.
You let him know that you're going to take care of his wife.
Yes,
you
don't worry. You got to work
real good.
But while you're working, I'm going to make sure she's okay.
Right. It's totally going to be good, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. Is her name Jody? Just checking. Jesus, you guys are bad influence. All right, let's go to another video. God, we got all this sappy stuff going on. Let's see here. Let's open this guy.
Sorry, it was my fault.
Oh, and shout out to all these videos tonight are from Police Activity on YouTube. Be sure to go to their page, give them credit. I used your guys' videos tonight, and I always give credit where credit's due. So thanks, Police Activity.
Hey, man. You good? 14 hours. Hey, man. Hey, police department.
I don't give a fuck. No quisiste abrir la puerta, mira.
What are you doing? Hey.
Okay, we got our classic naked, excited guy. He's stripping his clothes down. Me personally, okay, guys, this is where I'm very different than most cops. I would have already been giggling. I consider police work my personal entertainment. I have the best seats in the house because I got first class tickets, baby. And that's just the way I look at police work. So for me, in this instance, I'm already having fun. This is a fun call for me to start. I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm just letting you know right now, I'm already having a good time.
And you know that if the ice cream machine's working, they're probably going to give you a free cone afterwards.
Right? Good call. Good call.
If it's working.
If it's working.
Yeah, exactly.
I love
you already know you can't tase him. Like, that's off the table.
Right. He's not armed. I see he's got a belt in his hand. My concern, let's handle this like a cop. Okay. I'm concerned for the bystander that's standing right there. Hey dude, I'm going to be telling him, hey, go away, get away from this dude. Let me talk to him. That's how I'm going to start handling this call.
Yeah.
And using these pillars, I'm not going to necessarily get too close because the more clothes that come off, the less I want to be involved with you personally. And I'm looking at this as a mental health crisis.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Hey, what's your name, man? What's your name?
He just said, shut the fuck up in Spanish. If you're not, I am not a Spanish speaker, but I know enough.
Hey, gray shirt.
You know what though? I have to
Where is he on?
stay right here.
What is he on?
So
like I'd have to be like, hey guys, before we go any further, you got the tune wrong. It's ba da ba ba ba.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. Like you're confusing the tones, bro.
Yeah.
That's why he's geeking out, because he can't
He can't quite nail it. He's trying
Right.
to get it right.
It's like Andy in The Office where he was like, break me off a piece of that football team. Like he couldn't figure out.
Somebody said, where did it go? Dang it. Somebody said, it looks like, here it is. This is probably meth or PCP the guy is on.
For sure.
Yeah.
The boat.
Let's keep going. Yeah, you're right. He can't get the tune.
Hey, what's your name, dude? Can you start us another unit?
I can already tell that my presence is agitating him, even though he's not saying anything towards me. So for me, I'm probably going to back off a little bit, wait for a guy or two to get there if I've got that luxury. And I am maybe going to have another officer go to the other side if there's another entrance, whatever I can do to tell McDonald's, lock your doors. I don't want anybody going inside or coming out. So that's how I'm going to.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because that car pulling up right there, I guarantee you that person in the car is getting out and walking right through that door right now.
Yeah, and doesn't give a shit that there's a cop there.
Happen in 20 seconds.
He's going to be like, yeah, this guy's got his man titties out, but I don't care.
He's hungry.
Yeah. I got to get that Big Mac.
Oh, no. I was wrong.
Oh, we are wrong.
He's extremely electrified.
That would never happen in the hood. Can you just test this taser?
No. Okay. So, Tansey, you've been out of the game a little bit. It is actually recommended by Axon for taser to display your taser and arc it to let them know as a de-escalation technique. Hey, dude, stop doing what you're doing, or this could happen. So that's what
that's dumb.
That's part of the taser training. So I think in some instances that may be good. Obviously not a guy that's out of his mind. You're not getting through.
Well,
that.
I used to, like, for me in our department, and again, I've been out of the game for 4 years. We don't tase naked people that are going through anything that looks like excited delirium. And that's like a pretty, I mean, for me, this would be like, I would have already put in my brain,
classic
I'm
case.
not tasing him because he's on excited delirium of some sort.
Yeah.
So we had a big case here in North Carolina in a town called Southern Pines. It pretty much is the case law for taser, where they tased an autistic kid or of some sort going through excited delirium. And that's why that's where that word came from, was that case in Southern Pines, North Carolina. So for us, it's a no-go.
I think I'm going to have Tactical Dude on my podcast just because I think he's funny. So yes, excited delirium. If you guys aren't familiar with that, typically it is a drug-induced state of mind where you become out of your mind, you overheat, your heart rate is through the roof, and any little thing can pretty much put you in a damn coma, it seems like. So it is a thing that you have to be aware of as an officer, that it's more of a medical condition induced by dope than this person being malicious, if that makes sense. Okay, we're trying to get through to him, I guess.
Yeah, I got it to my table.
Okay. If I've got the people, here's my mindset right now on this. If I've got the people, it's time to earn a paycheck. Guys, put your gloves on. We're gonna get in there and pin this guy. I don't have a concern. That belt, yeah, I may take a lick coming in, but if we rush him fast enough, we're gonna be okay. Because you can't let him keep doing what he's doing. You're not gonna get through to him. In my experience, you're not gonna get through to this guy. He's out of his rocker right now with whatever he's on. So it's every so often you got to earn your paycheck. And this is just my thought on that. Now, if I had a banning, I'd just send him a banning in there. Hey, put him on the ground.
Little love hug.
Yeah. What do you think, Eric?
Yeah. I mean, I would call the ambulance first, have an ambulance stage.
Yep.
And then I would, like you said, I'd move in and I would be really cool about it. You know, like I would be like, andale, andale, angare. You know, I always do like the little shuffle dance as I'm walking in. kind of like go softy hands on there, see how he reacts, like try to dance with him. You know, I mean, I always try to get on their level somehow.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes it works, sometimes, you know, they can escalate, but you'll know within 10 steps of that dude if he's, you know, if he starts dancing with you, you're good. If he doesn't dance with you, he starts wrapping that belt around his fist, you know, you're not good.
Yeah, or swinging it around. That would be my only concern, is getting nailed by that damn buckle. But like I said, every once in a while, you just got to earn your paycheck. So
yeah, get to work.
Again, I don't know how this is going to end. I'm assuming it's not good because of the title, but you just can't get it, can he? Oh, he's speaking English. Looks like we got good perimeter on him.
Hey, sit down, dude. Hey, sit down.
I think you can even articulate already. You've got enough to tase him.
Yeah, you do, because he's got the belt. But
yeah, if that's what you want to do, if that's how you want to handle it.
Our department wouldn't allow it. Like, I'll tell you right now, like our department, you would get fired if you tase this guy.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Ours, I mean, I think you'd be reasonable, just because of the belt and not wanting to get hit by the buckle and moving in, whatever. You could at least try the taser, but let's see how it.
Hey, sit down. Hey, sit down, dude.
I mean, Tyler's on your side. He's not breaking anything. He's not really doing anything. I mean, I might just play this out for a minute and let him do his thing until he gets tired.
I'm gonna tase you, dude. Taser, taser, taser.
It's not gonna work anyway. There's no nerve blockers.
God dang! Come on, somebody get good connection. Looks like they did lock
somebody when they have neuro blockers. Right? Am I saying that right? Neuro blockers?
No, you can tase. Absolutely. Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is that it's not going to work anyway. Like when you're on those kind of drugs, they're nerve blockers, not neuro. That's the drugs that I'm on right now. Speaking, the nerve blockers, like when they're on like PCP and all those things, they don't feel the taser anyway.
I don't think that's true. I think that if you get the proper connection, a lot of times the problem is the probes are too close.
Yeah.
But if you get the proper spread, it doesn't matter what you're on.
He's not getting a proper spread from that far back.
Depends on the probes he has in. If he's got his long distance probes in that 7.
Oh my God, that times have changed. We only had one.
Yeah. So when you use the 7, there's 2 different cartridges you can use. One is for up close, so the spread happens immediately, and then one is for farther distance. And if you use the probes for the farther distance, but you're too close, then you don't get the proper spread.
Dude, on my taser back then, if you would have shot that dude from there, one would have been in his face, and the other one would have been in his toe.
Yeah.
Get down. Put your hands up. Drop the belt. Drop the belt. Drop it. Get down.
Okay, my opinion is right
And
now
he's gonna die.
Did he get shot?
No. What?
I did hear a pop, but I thought it was another taser.
It sounded like more tasers. Yeah. Did he yell taser, taser, taser? No, I don't think.
Thomas Holbrook says Eric is right. Is it Eric Levine's right, or we have 2 Erics on here?
Well, you spelled it with a K, so I'm gonna say he's talking about me because he spelled it with a K. So,
gotcha.
But
he said Eric's right. He needs. Oh, I can't. Where do they go?
Let me.
Versal.
Fucking Brosco.
Versal.
It's a great cornhole. He needs TP for his bunghole. Now that's a joke for my age. I like it.
Mine as well.
All right, so they shoot him.
Okay. We'll keep going. I'm sorry. I want to
Eric
make
is
sure.
correct. 25 years. I don't know what he said.
25 years medic, LE before that. He needs versed. I don't know what that means.
Versed ed, I think is what it is. Maybe not. I don't know.
Anyway.
Explain yourself.
Yeah, clarify, sir.
The Alka-Seltzer is really kicking in for me.
Somebody said replay. I will go back. Oh, maybe I won't. We'll probably see it from here.
He's having a blast.
Oh, we do have a beanbag gun here too.
Beanbag! Beanbag! On the ground!
Okay.
On the ground!
Yeah, that thing gotta hurt.
Drop your belt. Drop your belt. Drop it. Get down.
A Fullerton Fire Department paramedic team responded and assumed care for Mr. Rios. He was transported to a local hospital where he was pronounced deceased. A subsequent examination revealed one of the beanbag projectiles deployed at Mr. Rios penetrated his chest cavity.
Holy crap.
From that distance,
I have never heard of that.
holy crap, man. That is news.
Did he freeze them first?
That was crazy. Did he what?
Freeze them? Freeze the beanbags?
Freeze the beanbags. Jeez, oh Pete. Okay, so we know he didn't fire a real gun, so that's a plus, but dang. Okay. Well, honestly, guys, I don't have a problem with the way they did that.
He was plenty of distance away for beanbag.
Is it the way I would have handled it? Personally, no. I would have went hands on. That's just
Cops don't go hands on anymore.
What's that?
Cops don't go hands on anymore.
Yeah, and I understand that, and you got to have confidence in your training and abilities and all that stuff, and but damn, I would have never. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Never heard of that. That's going to cause a problem for beanbag rounds now.
Well, that's actually happened. This is not the first case that's happened on.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately, it's been 2005. It's happened in the Metroplex a couple times that I know of, and then up in DC, it's happened three to four times since then.
Okay.
Proximity and where the beanbag round strikes.
Yeah, I've never been at a department that has beanbag rounds. We
didn't have that. I mean, maybe our SWAT team guys had it, or maybe they have it now, but I never saw it.
We've got the 40 millimeter foam round, and then tasers and pepper spray. But I've never had beanbag rounds. Maybe that's why.
Like for me though, like time is on your side in a case like this. Like he's not breaking anything, he's not hurting anybody. There's nobody around. You kind of have containment. Like there's not really a rush on anything,
right?
And those drugs don't last. But I mean, he'd probably be out of that. He'd probably be coming down in about 30 minutes,
right? And if you get the ambulance there, and I don't know about y'all's ambulances where you were at, but sometimes we've got some, good forward combat medics that they're more than comfortable coming in and trying to talk them into, because they realize it's a medical situation.
Yeah.
We don't have a criminal situation necessarily. I mean, I know they did drugs, guys, but you don't want to bog the system down with somebody that's a user. I promise you. So
right.
That's how I feel. Anyway, so yeah, damn. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, we still got time. We usually go about 2 hours. So, and I'm sorry, Eric, if you got to go, like,
no, I'm fine.
Good. Okay.
I'm just until this Alka-Seltzer
wears off. Yeah. I would say we're still floating around 50, 60 people jumping in on. So the way I always like
on fire, but I'm good.
Yeah. The way I like to look at it is if I was teaching a classroom, typically 30 is about the max you get in a classroom, depending on where you're at. So if I have over that, I'm a happy guy. And typically the numbers that reflect here, if I'm showing 30 to 50, that means there's a few thousand people watching. So,
nice.
Yeah. So we're still doing pretty good. Yeah. The Restream is cool of a program as it is. They're really bad at being able to read numbers. So me and Banning have figured out that if we're floating between 20 and 30, that's literally like 500 to 1,000. But if we're over that, we're at a few thousand people.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're doing pretty good. All right, let's go to the next video, guys. And again, thank everybody from Failure to Stop podcast.
I gotta give
fans.
Davey a shout out in the chats. He's a drinking bro from the Drinking Bros podcast fan page, and he's been with me as a fan when I was on Drinking Bros, and then came over to Failure to Stop as a fan, and I've met him in a couple of live shows, and he's in there. And Diesel Tech Bosco Autry's in here. Appreciate you.
Nice.
Following over, boys.
Love it. Love it. All right. Before we start the next video, please go to Failure to Stop podcast. Make sure you guys are subscribing, liking all their stuff. And if you are enjoying what I'm throwing out here today, please do the same for me. Thank you very much. Let's keep going.
Oh yeah.
I love that they put the warnings here for me.
Hello.
I don't have to.
work over here at the Days Inn, and I just have customers complaining that there's a guest here that's waving around a sword and screaming.
What is the address?
48.
All right, listen, guys. Blade has a job to do, and if Blade has to go kill vampires tonight, you gotta let him do what he's got to do. So,
Dude, let Blade do the Lord's work.
All right?
55 South.
He's a daywalker.
Road.
And what is your name? Where is the male at?
He's around the other side of the building on the bottom floor. He's in room 116. He just didn't listen when we told him to stop, and we just...
So is he in the room doing this, or is he outside the room doing this?
He's outside, like, just right outside of his room, just, like, screaming, waving a sword.
Normal stuff. Day-to-day stuff here at the Days
Okay.
Inn.
Do you know, is he white, black, Hispanic, Native American?
He's white.
About how?
Listen, he's the guy with the fucking sword. That's who he is.
That
It
is a
doesn't
white
matter.
crime.
He's
You
the
got-
guy
you
with
know,
the
like,
sword.
do you try to guess? Like, if you know what I mean? Like, that's a white crime. Like, you know, you don't even have to ask. You're like, a man with a sword, white.
What? No, I've seen too many videos, dude. That hits the span of everybody.
It does.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, if I got a call where I worked and it was a man with a sword, I would just assume it was a white dude.
No, that's an equal opportunity. Hey guys, by the way, Fridays with Frank is in the house. Eric, I would like to introduce you to the one, the only Fridays with Frank out of Pinell County, Arizona. He finally jumped on with us.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late, man.
Listen, you have to be on the mount. What is it? The Mountain of Right?
Mountain of Right.
The
The
Valley
Mountain
of
of Right. Okay, we're gonna stop the podcast here for a second. If you guys do not know who Frank is, Fridays with Frank, please look him up. And I want to tell you, Frank, everybody was very disappointed because we thought you were going to jump on here when we started. And I understand you got busy, you had things going on.
We had an officer involved shooting tonight.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody safe? Everybody okay?
Everyone, all the good guys are.
That's what I like to hear. So that's all that matters. Frank is a legend, a hero, and a villain to the trolls there out in the interwebs.
Yeah, they are.
Frank has caused more trolls to find my page than any person I've ever had on my podcast.
Trying to find him.
Oh, just type in you know what? Stand by.
Is it on
Stand by.
Instagram?
Are you kidding me?
I am frank.slope.official on Instagram.
Okay,
And
Frank dot
SLOUP.
I found you. Yeah, these guys are trying to get me to follow everybody on fucking LinkedIn. These nerds.
He's on there.
We're the nerds.
Let's go.
All right, I just followed you.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find some good Fridays with Frank shorts.
You got to throw up one for Frank up there.
Yeah, I'm definitely. Let's see, 13 million views. Let's go. No.
Wait for Eric to come back.
Yeah, I will.
Hey, who's Eric? Talk to me about this guy.
Oh, okay. So Eric is a former Carolina officer, who has Failure to Stop podcast, which now that you guys are acquainted, Eric, please have Frank on. It will, you guys' network together will be amazing. Eric does breakdowns of videos, a little different, where he'll send you the video, you guys watch it offline, and then you guys will discuss it online together, and you'll have your level of expertise, and then
Yeah, but
everybody.
that's just one show. Like, so it's Failure to Stop Podcast Network. So we do 5 shows a week. So we have society and culture news with 2 former cop comedians on Monday night that do like all the Hollywood stuff, and then we have True Crime, which is a female cop out of Orlando. She does our Tuesday show with a corrections officer. I mean, with a dispatcher, and then we have political news, which is myself, and then I have a political commentator on out of Florida, conservative Ant. He has like 1.4 million subscribers. And then Thursdays we do sports news, which is a fire chief, and then we do case breakdowns on Friday. So it's where cops go to be informed and entertained 5 days a week. So that you don't sound like an asshole to your civilian friends all week long. We'll give you something else to talk about other than dead babies and domestic violence.
I like it. Dude, and Frank, I did it once. It's very fun. That's how Eric and I really got to be friends, and love it. So I'm actually just throwing this out there.
Oh,
I wouldn't mind being under that Eric Tansey media.
Wait, are you the guy that pulls people over and is like super cool?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, dude, I watched the millionaire videos. I've always loved them.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
All right, let's watch. Okay, this is his fourth most popular, and it's just a short, but I want to give you guys a taste of exactly who Fridays with Frank is.
I might have stopped you today.
Speeding?
Yeah, a little bit there. Do me a favor, hand me that shooter of fireball that's between your legs. Oh, nope, that's an empty one. Hand me the full one that's between your legs.
Hello, Frank.
Nope. So try to go with the one that's between your legs, like the things that are attached to your bottom of your pelvis. There we go. Nice. All right. So how many of those have you drank today?
3.
Okay. So also, while you were driving, could you feel yourself like driving on the side of the road off the pavement and in the dirt?
I'm on probation.
What are you on probation for?
I did 8 years. I got like 4 years of probation to do.
Okay. What did you do 8 years for?
Stealing.
Okay.
Theft of means.
Okay. What was your drug of choice before?
A year.
Okay. What was your drug of choice before alcohol?
Hold on, before we go, did you see Frank's assessment right there? He's checking waistband. I know he's already patted him down.
Oh yeah.
His demeanor changed real quick. Like, did I pat him down good enough? Let's keep going.
Meth. Yeah. Meth.
He didn't even say the drug yet, and Frank's like, meth, right? Yeah, I could tell.
And stealing cars go together like peanut butter and jelly. Any idea why I might have stopped you today?
Not wrong.
Yeah, a little.
Oh shit. Okay,
Yeah, a little bit.
So that is Frank.
So that's me. Yeah.
That is Frank. That's why he's popular. That's why everybody knows who he is.
Yes, we've got to get you on. That's super funny.
Oh, yeah.
I've been a big fan. I didn't know. I'm such a big fan that I didn't know that was your name, but I've watched many of your videos.
I appreciate that, man. Thanks.
Yeah, Frank's good people. And Eric, like offline, like how we dude, same way. Same fucking way. So.
Except I'm sick tonight and I'm like just surviving, so don't judge me tonight.
Colton James said Frank is a savage on the road. My favorite video
Colton is also a trained observer.
My favorite thing is when he pulls over the baby blue Mustang and
that's the best one.
Destroys this kid who's being such a shit. It was great. He's like, I see your license is suspended too. There's some shit like that, right? Weird.
It's the one where the parents show up, right?
Yep.
Yes.
It's even my mom's favorite.
Great.
So what do we got going on here tonight, man?
Okay.
What's the
okay, so
Pima County. Hey, that's in Arizona.
Yeah, we just started this video here. Basically it's a days in, and the front clerk lady is saying that there's a dude in the hallway with a sword being nuts. So Tansey was just trying to say how he thinks it's got to be a white dude, and I said, unfortunately, in my experience, swords and bad guys, it's been every single color of the rainbow. So
well, I worked in the hood, and so like very rarely do we have like any white people in the hood where I worked. Like just don't exist there. So if we did have a call where somebody was out at a hotel with a sword, I'd be like, dude, I need this for my racial profile forms. I need a white guy. Like, I'm going.
Sounds like you were under consent decree.
Huh?
Sounds like you were under consent decree.
Yeah. Do you guys not have racial profile forms?
Not in my current agency, but I did in a previous agency. So
man,
I am well aware of them.
Oh, they were terrible because like it was like it's pretty much made it to where I had to give any white person that came through a ticket or something because literally my beat was 100% black. There wasn't even any Hispanics. So if a white person was rolling through my beat, I was like, dude, I don't know what you're doing wrong, but I'm going to find out what you're doing wrong because I really need this for my racial profiling forms.
Did you not have discretion?
Yeah, but you think about it, dude. If you pull over like 15 cars and you write 2 tickets a night, right? Or like 1 ticket a night, whatever it is.
Sounds like a quota, but keep going.
What are you doing with the other 13? You write them tickets too.
No, that's all Frank does. Frank doesn't know what real police work is. He's just a ticket writing machine.
No, I don't. I didn't write any. I think I probably wrote 18. All right, so get this, dude. In 8 years, I probably wrote. I know I wrote less than 20 speeding tickets.
Frank writes a book a day, in minimum.
I don't even understand what you just. It's like what you just said was in Greek. That's how foreign that is to me. I don't even understand those words that just came out of your mouth.
I would be in so much trouble if I tied myself up doing that stuff, just because we had so much other, it's inner city crime. It's just so much going on. Plus the speed limit's like 35, so it's not like
perfect.
You wouldn't like
nice and low.
You couldn't even go any faster than 35. The roads are too. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, sword call. I would be all over this because I'd be like, hell yeah, white people crime. Right?
All right, let me. Geez, I don't know what I did to make this look all weird. There we go.
We distracted Eric.
Yeah, I know.
We got on the mouse, right? It's
trying to figure out technology.
I would say maybe 30.
What color shirt?
The guy with the sword.
What color pants or shorts?
Doesn't matter.
I want to say maybe black or gray. Oh, he's wearing shorts, gray shorts.
Oh, and I mentioned he has a sword.
He's fighting vampires right now.
And we weren't going to kick him out. We just wanted him to stop, but he wasn't listening to us.
Sir, could you
nobody's with him, are they?
No, he's just by himself.
He slayed everybody.
All right, I've got deputies. That'll be there shortly, okay?
Alrighty, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
He keeps saying he wants trial by combat.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Tansey, you got lucky.
Dude,
he's seen this video.
No, I haven't.
Tansey, admit it. This shit's fun. You like doing this. You're gonna do this more often now, and you're sick. Look, he's out there stabbing people's tires.
He's getting that catalytic converter.
He's gonna cut the cat. He's stretching. What did he say? In the end, there can be only one.
By the power of Grayskull.
There we go. How many others?
Put it down, lay it on the ground, or
Wait.
Why are you walking up?
Wait.
What are you doing?
What in the fuck are you doing? Oh my god! I've had too much smoke wagon already.
What, is he doing something wrong?
Yeah.
Like walking up to a guy with a sword.
See, Tansey's been out of the job a long time. He thinks you should go over and cuddle him. Okay, sir. First off, he might be the Highlander, and you don't want to risk him thinking that.
Does he have the sword still?
Yeah, he's standing right there with it.
Is that what that was?
Like he's getting ready for Camelot.
Yeah,
I see it.
You just pulled that out of a rock.
Okay, all right. Let's. Actor dude said this guy really liked Game of Thrones.
Oh shit!
Police are walking into a boss fight. The Grandmaster. Oh shit! Well, normally this ends at 2 hours, guys. I think we're gonna keep going. So, yeah. Okay. So let me get back to the point of why we do this. Okay. So as I'm walking into this call, how I would handle this is one, not get within 40 feet of a guy with a sword.
Not walk right up to him.
Not walk right
without
up
my
to him.
ass baton out.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take cover and just shoot. Honestly, I may just stay in my car and talk through my PA. That may just be how I handle it because it's a sword. I already know he's nutso. So, anyway, let's keep going.
You gotta call us saying that you're screaming, waving the sword and stuff.
Now, I will say in Texas, swords are legal, so we haven't actually violated the law yet. So part of me is going to say, Excuse me, sir.
It's just silence here.
Yeah. In Arizona, Frank, the sword's legal. You're muted there, buddy. I can't hear you. He's like, what? Can't hear you.
Simply possessing it is fine. Waving it around at people and slashing someone's tires with it is something a little different.
Well, if you know that coming into it, but you know, everybody's got a LARP, you know, live action role play. Just depends on what you're doing. So let's keep going.
What's that?
I swear I'm not screaming.
No, that's fine. I mean, I didn't hear you scream when I pulled up. That's just what the call is
Listen
referencing.
to me now. Listen to me, Owens.
Okay, he's hammered, drunk, at least. He's slurring his words. But I like what the officer's doing here. He's diffusing the way he's talking. I think that's good diffusion. So
Now you listen to me, dog.
Dog.
Oh yeah.
Ah yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on, dude?
Trying to achieve something.
Oh, he's got a quest. He's trying to achieve something. He said.
Apparently, it's to meet God.
Yeah, he's got a quest he's trying to finish here. So let's keep going.
I'm trying to achieve greatness in the katanas. It's not allowed in the United States.
Well, I mean, we got.
Did he say I'm trying to achieve greatness in the baton? Oh, so that's not a sword. Maybe. That changes things, honestly. It really does. Maybe that's why the officers walked up, because they looked at it and saw that maybe it's just a stick.
People calling. I mean, I'm not telling you not to achieve that. What I'm saying is,
hey, that's good on him, though.
If me and is willing to kill me, I'm not willing to kill you.
Okay,
that's how it should be.
Fair enough.
100%.
Yeah, see.
But what we're trying to understand
but if they are
is,
willing to kill me, and if they don't accept that they're willing to kill me, and they want to see
Davy's on my side here.
no,
Side
that's
quest.
not the case, man. Like I said, we're here to see what's going on. All right, it's not every day that somebody's out at a hotel waving a katana. You know what I mean? You're what?
I'm related to Dionysus and everything.
So what are you doing?
I'm practicing my way with the katana so I can become better at combat.
It's a katana.
Okay, so if it's a katana, then that is a sword.
Yep.
Okay, let's keep going here.
So hang on, just really quick, just because I am a sommelier and a certified specialist of wine, one of 600 in the country.
Correct.
It's not a joke. Dionysus was the god of wine in Greek mythology.
Oh, I was going to say, I know my Greek mythology a little bit and I recognize the name, but I would not have known that that's why. That's who that is. So let's keep going.
Yeah, leave it there, dude.
Don't
do it. I'm telling you right.
I'm going to call that an aggressive maneuver.
Oh,
a little bit.
Frank, you haven't talked tonight, so let's get your as a Pinell County bad motherfucker. How are you going to handle this call as it is right now?
Oh, right now, my red dot's all over that dude. That's we're gonna. I mean, you have a car right there. You could shoot over it, but it's a great barrier. Like I'd be using that car. I'd be sidestepping to the right, giving that dude some, get a good L on him.
Yeah.
You've got another guy, so let's make sure that he doesn't go running down that side wall. So get some containment on him, and let's see if he wants to listen to instructions.
All right,
or not.
This is what I'm going to put towards my live audience here. You see this, and you're the officer, and you do what Frank says. You start moving to your right because you want to create that barrier. What are your considerations if you're going to pull the trigger here? Right? What are you guys looking at? I can tell you what we're looking at as law enforcement. I'm going to assume a lot of you guys are military, law enforcement, stuff like that as well. But put what you think in the comments here. We're going to keep going.
Right now. Put it down. Don't.
None. Yep, you'd have to.
I'm totally good with that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm all right with it. I think all right. I don't think he's the peak of fitness. So you may have been able to get around that car, but at the same time, I don't want to risk it.
I mean, he's in shape. He's nice.
You're not able to do that in the comfort of your room? Yeah, leave it there, dude.
Okay. Now let's Monday morning quarterback a little bit. Did we put ourselves in a deadly force situation? Look how close we are, and we know this guy has a sword. That's an argument that's going to be made. What do you think, Eric?
I think you're fine there. I mean, you're trying to have a conversation with the guy. And
you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So if you stay back and you aren't personable and you're not talking to him like a person and you're staying, standoffish and, who knows who walks by, whatever it is, you're gonna. But he's damn close.
It's like, for me, it's. I mean, the mindset probably it's like Friday night, man. We've got like 5 calls stacked, and we got to deal with this drunk asshole and his katana sword. Like, let's get this asshole to go to bed so we can get to the next call.
Yeah,
that's holding
5 calls stacked. That's cute.
You know what I mean. I can just tell, by the way, he's standing there. He's kind of talking like he's already processing like the next call he's got to get to, and he's just kind of like, so what are we doing here? Type sitch. I don't think you expect somebody like that to just run at you with the sword.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I would think that, but you're probably not. You're probably thinking, oh, dude, I'm going to talk this guy into just sleeping this one off.
Yeah. Go in your room, dude. Shut the door. Stay in there. Practice your katana. And I'm 100% with you. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate a little bit.
Right. And then you have to play hipster or homeless here, which is a game I used to play on my Instagram when I was a cop. Where is he hipster or is he homeless? Because it's hard to tell.
Yeah. The Days Inn isn't exactly, a Holiday Inn Express, so I would say this is more of an hourly rate place.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, Frank, what's your thoughts about it, brother?
Well, man, don't forget, we're also responsible for containing this dude. Yeah. So someone walks out of that next room and that guy takes that sword out and stabs someone. They're going to say, why weren't you at a close enough proximity to put accurate fire on him? You also don't want him walking down one way or the other. So along with, you're in this walking this line of, hey, obviously there's a 21-foot rule and he already has his sword out and neither one of these guys have a gun out. So,
Davey,
how fast are you on the draw?
Yeah.
And containing him and putting accurate rounds on target. I mean, there's a ton of different variables here. What's your backdrop? This is like, I'm good with this, but I mean, there's a lot of things to process here while they're just bullshitting.
Yeah. And not a lot of times passed. Let's be honest. This was pretty quick. I mean, the video in itself is only 4 minutes and 20 seconds. And part of that was the call details. So it's even less, but
don't fucking do it.
Put it down,
I'm telling you right now.
So
they're pretty quick.
They retreated. Yeah. They got out quick.
Put it down.
Don't.
695. Shots fired.
I want to say great discipline to not continue firing too. They shot until he just dropped. So
his movement stopped and they stopped him.
Yeah, that was good. I'm good with that. If nobody has anything else, I'll move on to the next video here.
Does he die?
It doesn't say.
Oh.
I don't think so because it only said that he was shot. So, okay. And obviously the next steps that you would take from there is going to be very difficult because he still had the sword, but you're going to try to separate him from the sword, if plausible. But I'm going to hold back until we got a couple more people. Get on the radio, say, hey, I need a medical, and we got shots fired. With a large male with a couple gunshots to the chest area.
Harry Potter.
Okay, and what's going on there?
Okay, so I want to get a 5150 assessment. My husband is showing signs of schizophrenia.
She said specifically, I want a 5150 assessment. I've never heard that. That sounds either medical or police related.
Dispatcher, maybe she works for one of the agencies.
I think isn't 5150 the code for crazy in California?
Oh, I don't know.
Where's San Pablo? Google.
Yep. Let me check.
Well, if you have a relative that's schizophrenic, you're gonna know what a 5150 hold is, or Baker Act if you're in Florida, or you know what I mean. Like,
yeah,
you're probably gonna know.
Yeah, that is California, by the way. Okay, let's keep going.
He's showing signs of what?
Like schizophrenia, like.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just mental issues and.
I don't have mental issues. It isn't fair for my wife to sit here and act like.
She's actually really afraid of the police. So I don't know how to handle this without it being a big deal.
Okay, can you step away from him?
Yeah, that's a good call. Good call taker there.
Okay, how many people are in the house with you?
My parents and two of my children. So 4 people, and then me and him.
Already know what's going to happen. Are they around? No, Andre. Well,
Is
if
everything
they're
okay?
around, knows what I'm going to do. And she's doing this anyway. And I don't want to live this no more. And I said I'm tired of social injustice. I don't want to go to court. I ain't going to court. I don't want to even live that. I was like, I'd rather go after their throat. And if they kill me, then they kill me. But when it's time for them to die, I'm going to throw them in a lake of fire and torture them. And I'm going to torture everybody that did me wrong. You're going to have to suffer. And I ain't going to be lenient on it. I ain't going to be.
Any firearms with him?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
All right, so we got the call details. We know what we're walking into, and the thing is that people need to understand is at most agencies we didn't hear all of that. All we're going to get is what's passed on from dispatch, and they're going to say you're dealing with the schizophrenic patient who's chattering nonsense in the background, and that's what you're going to get. Now there is something out there, a program called like 911 SOS or Live 911. Some of the departments are starting to get. It's a technology that I've seen. I think it's very badass, where they actually get to hear the call, the officers that are responding, so they can hear the call as they're going in. It saves time, and I think it's very cool that they get to hear what's actually being said versus having to get secondhand information. So, with that said, we know kind of no weapons. You got to take that for a grain of salt. But it doesn't. I'm not getting any indicators of anything crazy other than this guy saying that he's not going willingly. So that may be a problem. Well, we got a shitload of cops for this call.
Yeah, wow. Holy cow. That's a lot.
You guys gotten this response, we would have sent 2 officers. That's it.
Yo.
You got a less lethal shotgun, guy on a rifle.
5, 6, 7.
That's a lot.
7 cops.
There must be maybe. Well, I don't know. Even from the call details, it doesn't seem like there's prior history here, but who knows?
Well, there probably is prior history if she's calling it a 5150.
Andre, put your hands up.
There's people in the car.
Okay, so the major concerns right now is the officer in this body cam is I can't see what he's got. Regardless of the phone call saying he doesn't have a gun, you can't take that chance. So I'm out. I'm drawn. I know that for sure.
Come on, rifle.
There's a woman in the car. Ma'am, come here.
No, don't walk inside. Come here and listen to me.
Ma'am, come here.
Oh, shit.
Okay, we got a shield. We got a lot of good tools here. So we got a shield. We got plenty of bodies. This may be one of those things where you just kind of earn your paycheck and you risk it. It depends on the vibe these guys are getting on scene. Us watching through a video is a luxury. It's a luxury. So I'm going to go off of their play, not off of what I would watching.
Andre!
Come on, man, just come with us. You're safe. Please come with us.
If I'm this officer, I'm going to be a little bit more forceful. There's no option. You're coming with me. We're getting the hell out of the way because you're a liability right now. I can't deal with that.
Yeah, snatch her out.
Just wait here real quick, okay?
Okay, from here, I'm asking, does he have a weapon? Like, do you know if he has a weapon? Is he known to carry a knife? Is he known to carry anything, a gun, whatever it is? Even though it's already been asked on the call, a lot of times that's not disseminated to the guys that are on the ground. So that's important to know. Has that been your guys' experience?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So.
you pull the 911 tapes after a call, and you're like, "There's so much information here that we didn't."
Why was I not told this?
Would have been nice to know that coming in.
Can you wait over here? Can you wait over here so you're safe, man?
He's like, I can get back there and touch the bear.
Yeah. Listen, This is what I'm saying as a supervisor now. So you tell me if you agree, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 officers I see right there. I got to stay with the victim, air quotes. I got to stay with her. I had him. I pulled him aside. I don't need to be up there with all these guys. That's just my thought. He didn't pat her down. He didn't do anything.
We want to help you, okay? Let us help you. Just listen to what I'm saying.
Okay, ahorita te hablamos en un ratito.
I need you to go down on your knees. Okay? Let us help you. We're here to...
I like this approach. We got the friendly female officer, the softer voice, so to speak, being the calm, cool, collected one and trying to talk him down. And it sounds like there's a dialogue going. Mm-hmm. So I like it.
Talk to you, okay? We just want to talk. Talk to me for what? We just want to make sure everything's okay. Nothing needs to happen here, okay? Just please listen to us. Let this go smoothly. Let us help you.
Not wearing a vest
Go
either.
down on your knees for me. Don't grab anything.
You're right.
Don't grab that. Drop that on the ground now. This doesn't need to go this way, Andre. Drop that on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have a vest on.
Yeah. I think you're right. Now we've got a fence in our way, all of that stuff. It looks like we've got 2 non-lethals here. Is this guy that I'm pointing with the mouse? I guess you guys can't see.
That one. Yeah, that guy's got a 40.
Yeah, that's a foam round. It's a 40 millimeter foam round, and then this guy has a beanbag shotgun, I believe. Which, Frank, you weren't here for this, but did you know the beanbag shotgun can enter the chest cavity sometimes?
No, absolutely. If your standoff distance is too close.
No, we just watched where a dude shot a guy from 20 yards away and it penetrated his chest and killed him.
And killed him.
Well, yeah. It's crazy. Because it was like, right? That was a good 20 feet.
At least. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Like,
I would have said it was the perfect scenario for the beanbag shotgun. And it killed the dude. So, yeah.
And there was a lot of blood too.
Yeah. So
it makes a big hole.
Yeah. And in this situation where we're at right now, like I'm saying, the fence, I'm using the mouse to kind of highlight. That's a great barrier for a person that's only got a blunt object as a weapon. It really does create a great barrier that you can use to your advantage. And then I know there's a car here to the right of the female. So my concerns right now as an officer is getting back into the house. That's a number one concern for me. His hands, I know he's got a pole in his hand right now, but we still don't know if he has a gun or anything like that. Likely he doesn't, but you can't go off of that. So let's keep going.
Don't do this. Don't make this worse. Don't do this. You have a wife and a kid and kids. Think about them.
A little disingenuous. Sounds a little robotic for me.
Yeah. It's all that. I mean, that's all you're going to see in 2023. Like nobody's like Frank, where they can just have like a real conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. On the
Those
mountain
days
of
are
truth.
gone. Yep. They're gone everywhere else in the country except Pinal County.
Like, hey, bro, I see you're using that pole. I'll be like, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't going to get the job done with 6 of us out here. And that's how I'm going to try to make them laugh or something like that. Like my boy here's got this big bright orange shotgun. It shoots these really mean beanbags, and it's kind of an asshole move. I get it, but we're going to shoot you with that if you bring that pole towards us. So don't do that. And that's how I'm going to have the conversation.
Can you do any sweet jumps with that bicycle?
Yeah, sir. More importantly, what brand of bicycle do you have here, and have you taken it off any sweet jumps?
Yes.
Think about them, Andre. Please don't do this. Put those down.
Beanbag.
Drop it.
I like it.
You're okay with that?
That guy, she's giving him direct orders to drop that pipe.
Okay.
He's not. And instead of allowing him to make some forward movement where we're going to get into a shooting with him, let's try to disarm him and make it less pleasant to stand there in your front yard.
Okay, fair. But here's my thought process on it. We haven't contained him yet, but there's plenty of time. And I didn't see him coming forward. Was he coming forward? I agree with you not to give him the opportunity to move forward, but I didn't see him move forward. So if we've got him kind of contained, my idea was going to be, all right, let's make sure we get somebody in the back. Let's make sure all the doors and shit are, if I can get a guy inside that house, that would be beautiful. To make sure he can't get into that. And then let's go from there. I think it was kind of rushed. Did
he go to the backyard?
That's where I think he's about to go. So he's right here right now. If you can't quite see him on yours.
Okay.
So.
Beam back. Drop it. Get on the ground. Beam back. Get on the ground.
Get on the ground.
Hit him again.
Doesn't need to be this way, Andre. Please let us help you.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
She didn't have a vest on
Please
either.
let us help you.
Hey, do not story. 40.
Andre, come out here. Let us help you.
Andre,
you don't want to do
throw
this.
anything at us.
Okay, now he's possibly throwing rocks and stuff at him. You've got lethal cover here with the rifle, and you heard him call out that he's shooting the 40 millimeter foam round.
Is that common for you guys to out west to not put vests on?
No. I don't know anybody.
Because she doesn't look like. I mean, maybe they just wear really loose shirts. Well, because everybody else has outer carriers, but the two that don't. She. It doesn't look like she's got a vest on.
That might be their CIT type team. I don't know.
Andre, please let us help you. Come out here and talk to us. We just want to talk.
Let he who has no sin cast the first stone.
Don't throw it. Hit him. Dale. Dale. Keep throwing rocks. I'm going to shoot you.
All right. All right, guys. Listen, if he starts picking up rocks, I don't know.
I'll tell you right now, there's been a couple people who have thrown rocks at the cops in Arizona and left the scene in a bag. I've had this argument, man, you get hit. If you have to duck out of the way of something because you are afraid that if it hits you, it is going to hurt you or cause you serious bodily injury, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
It depends. Exactly. Now, me with a very extensive baseball background, I can tell when people can throw and when they can't. And if I see you throw a rock like a girl, I'm not really too concerned. I can't tell. I'm spitballing here, guys. I don't know. So for me, I'm gonna look and be like, all right, guys, move off to the side. He's throwing like little person, and see what they say see how it goes from there. But it just depends. I refuse to Monday morning quarterback these guys because I am not there. I can't tell. So if they decided that they had to fire, so be it. But let's keep watching here.
You will be shot. Throw another walk. I will shoot you. Do not throw it. Hey, do not throw it.
Beam back. 40. Get down.
Oh, shit. Ooh. Did he hit the cop?
I don't know if I would have taken that shot just because of my partner.
Yo,
I'm gonna go back just a little bit.
Yo, I would be pretty mad if I was the other cop. I'd be like, bro.
Yeah. I mean, damn. Okay, so
it's right.
Oh my god.
Oh god, it's so close.
Right
bro.
now.
I thought he hit the cop at first.
Okay, so I can't tell if he's got anything in his hand, but this guy is in a bad way. If you can see my mouse.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Woo.
Oh no.
I'm not
on the bright side, he's got enough discipline to only fire one round.
One time.
Which might have only been the only window that he had was, a one round window.
Yeah. Not Monday morning quarterbacking. I'm just telling you from what I can see in the video without being out there and feeling it's a totally different environment when you're out there. Not a fan of what just went down with this personally. I saw how he's throwing. He's not throwing very strong. But
you have a shield. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And why are we rushing? Back off. Get the fuck away from him. What's the threat?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. Like, I don't know, I would definitely try to get people in the back of the in the backyard. I think getting somebody in the house is a good idea if that's practical. I don't know.
We had time.
I've never done that, but I would put somebody like at the back door, or like definitely in the backyard, so that he, two cops back there.
Because look at what we have right here. He comes out, which tells me there's nowhere for him to go back there. He comes out.
I will shoot
They're
you.
trying
Do
to
not
tase
do
him.
it. Hey, do not throw it.
Obviously we've got our taser cartridges deployed here. Why are we forcing in? At the end of the day, I mean, let's break it down. What do we got? We got a guy with a chair who's schizophrenic. What do we do? He's contained. Let's keep it contained. Keep trying to talk until we can get him. And like you said, we had a shield. We had a lot of stuff here, guys.
Yeah.
Anybody
else got anything different? I'm just that's just the way
I'm still just shocked that they had like a whole army out there. Like, that's pretty rad. Like, I would never have gotten that.
That's a lot of options right now. And without seeing any sort of stabbing, gun, knife situation. Listen, maybe I'm just old school mentality. Like, every once in a while, we got to earn our paycheck and get in there.
Did they hit him with those beanbags? Did those beanbags hit the guy?
I don't know.
I've never been shot by one, so I don't know. And I've never seen somebody get shot by one.
I've seen them. We use them a lot, and they are brutal.
Yeah.
The kinetic energy that you get hit with one of those causes bruises like full thigh or
Frank
full
and his
abdomen.
girlfriend, they use them on each other just for fun.
Whoa, easy now. Easy.
How is this guy still standing after that?
PCP.
Oh, fair.
Well, if that's what it is, if he's having a schizophrenic episode, it absolutely could be that as well.
I feel like pain is pretty universal.
But resolve goes a long way. A person's resolve, you guys know this, and you've seen the training videos. A person that is determined to get to you will take 600 bullets and keep going. Heart, I think, is very underestimated. Okay, we've got 3 officers rushing in. Obviously, the fence is a very comfortable position.
Oh, shit.
They tried.
Oh,
woo, man.
Yo, I might be beating that dude's ass.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're fighting afterwards, dude.
He might not have even known. That guy might not, if that suspect sucked that bullet.
Yeah.
Probably that 5.56 round. He sucked that up. That guy might never have known how close he got to wearing that.
Yeah. So the way that this goes, once you've used force and it drops the person, changes the behavior, whatever it is, you immediately secure the guy and then render aid. Secure, then render. We always secure the scene first and then render. This is something that I think the general public, not law enforcement, military guys, I think we all understand that. The general public doesn't get that a lot. So I want you guys to understand that this is why cops act the way they do when somebody gets shot, because we have to secure the scene. We have to check him, make sure that he doesn't have another weapon on him or anything like that. So. Oh, this is better. Now we got a different view.
God.
Okay, we had another taser right here. That's actually a pretty good angle. Oh my God, it's even worse.
Tackled him.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Wait, hold on. What?
So,
at what point does he get shot?
Right before that dude tackles him.
Oh no!
Right there.
Oh my gosh!
He's already shot.
I mean, we're talking like a millisecond.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you now on that, Tansey. I am fighting him. We are fighting afterwards.
Damn, dude.
I'm punching you straight across your jaw. after that.
Dude, we had an officer, and I responded to it. I got there after the shooting, but we had an officer shoot a guy, and it went through the guy's shoulder, and there was a cop behind him, like off to the shoulder, and I guess it deflected off the guy's collarbone and came out of the guy and down, and it caught the officer just underneath his vest, and so it clipped the vest and then went into his stomach, and he was like, he's like, is that the bullet that went in the guy? Did that bullet go through the suspect first? That's all he cared about, was that his bullet went through the suspect and into his own stomach. That's all he kept saying. We're like, dude, you're gonna be all right, man. The ambulance is coming. Like, he's like, no. Did the bullet go in him first? We're like, we don't know.
Yeah. This is where, okay, so you guys want my opinion on this. Communication stopped. Everybody got focused on the bad guy. Nobody was given a plan or saying what they were going to do. I think our tackler had the same mentality I had. I'm going to go hands on, guys. That like this is what I'm going to do. Just back me up. Once I go in, help me out.
There's 7 of us. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I think if that would have been communicated, we would have had a much better result than what we got. And where was it? Somebody, I highlighted it. Somebody said that he's got a rifle as a tool, and that's what he got fixated on, was that this is what I got, this is what I can use, and this is what happened. Right, wrong, indifferent. I think that has a valid point. So,
what about this? What if the officer thought it wasn't a good shoot, and so he was trying to save the man from the bullet? I'm just kidding.
No,
that would have been some Superman shit. That's how his report articulates. I saw my partner pulling the trigger, and I dove in to rescue the hostage. Oh shit. Sorry, I'm gonna go through the comments because this one has got some fire to it. Got just a second before I went back to work. I'm a big fan of Fridays with Frank. Definitely should be on the show. There we go. Absolutely, Marine Blood. Other people are agreeing. Eric, it looks like it's a done deal. You're gonna have Frank on your podcast.
Get him on.
Here it is.
Yeah,
Here,
I'm
we're gonna do this.
I'm gonna find like the perfect case. Like,
yeah, awesome.
Yes.
Frank, I fully vouch for him. So you got my blessing on that, sir. That Eric is a stand-up dude, and he'll lead you down the right path. So it's a good time. But
I like it. I like it.
I wanna finish this video out for sure. Let's keep going.
Here's the guy.
What's that?
This right here is the camera. It looks like.
Oh yeah, the tackler. The guy
is the tackler.
I like this guy because he's like, fuck that, I'm in, bro.
Leroy Jenkins.
He dropped his taser and everything going in. He was like, I'm going to Goldberg this guy and just spear him. Look at this guy. Oh, my God. Is he dead? Is our partner dead? So, that's his face right now. It's like, did he just shoot our guy?
God, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the
I
end
don't
of
know,
it.
man. I wouldn't be happy about it. I'd be like, dude.
Right?
You're an asshole.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Let's discuss that one a little bit if we can. When we've got time, distance, separation, bodies, when we got the people, all of that stuff, I think where we are failing as cops these days, if we're going to improve how we do police work, is learn how to man up. I don't know another way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to earn your paycheck once in a while. You got to go hands-on. You've got your Batman belt, and it's great. And I think there is complete articulation when and where to use it.
It's protector mindset, dude. It's killing the profession. Ever since you guys started talking about protector mindset, changing Lieutenant Colonel Grossman, who had a perfect thing, warrior mindset. Warrior, it was perfect. Nobody needed to fuck with it. But we had to take the balls away from officers, and they sold this propaganda of protector, which was propaganda for the gun, and I called it. And I had so many arguments years ago about people who were like, no, like even a guy that I really respected was like, no, Tansey, it's protector. You got to get with the protector. You know, because you couldn't even say warrior in our department after they got rid of the warrior mindset. And I was like, guys, this is bullshit, because a warrior is a fucking protector. And you're trained and you're confident. The dude who spear tackled was a warrior. He knew what he had. He knew that ass baton was no match for his Goldberg abilities or whatever. And he fucking Leroy Jenkins it. He was a warrior. This other dude with the rifle was a protector. I mean, and it goes all into this whole robotics bullshit. Sir, please stop. You don't want to do this. Your wife and kids. I mean, they can see that you're disingenuous. They can see the fake bullshit. He can see your script. He's not fooled by any of this shit.
Well, because he's heard it by the last 10 people.
Yeah.
Huh?
He's heard it from the last 10 people that walked up. So he knows that script.
Yep.
Yeah. It's all bullshit. It's all hogwash. The protector mindset's got to go away. You got to be a warrior. If you're going to do this job, you got to think like a warrior, and that's just it. Like, go read the fucking book. If you don't know what a warrior is, and you think it's just some kind of like violent overlord, how about this? The protector or the warrior in this was the dude who did the rugby tackle or the double leg takedown, whatever you want to call it. The protector in this incident shot and killed that dude. That's the difference between a warrior and your little protector shit. So anyway. Sorry.
Yeah. No,
it's a soft spot for me.
I'm with you. And I like I think it's the art of war. It's basically it's better to be a warrior, a gardener. I don't know, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. What's the saying? It's better to be a warrior in a garden.
In the garden.
And then a gardener in a war.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not. Yeah, you know what I mean.
But I mean, it's like law enforcement has become such a check the block. All this CIT shit, it's all check the block. It's disingenuous. You had 8 guys there, 7 guys minimum. Nobody had any command and control over that. You've got some girl barking off robotic orders. You got some other dudes that's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna hit this guy with a beanbag. You got other guys that are like, I'm gonna tackle him, and you had 2 guys out with a taser. I mean, you had a shield. And we never saw the shield ever again. And the guy was throwing rocks. Like, if I have a shield and somebody's throwing rocks, the first thing I'm doing is running to where the rocks are being thrown and saying, get behind my shield. I have a shield. I don't know where the shield went, but it was gone. I don't know. Just like some command and control, somebody kind of slow this whole thing down. I don't have a problem with the ending, honestly. I mean, this guy made his bed. He can sleep in it. I don't give a fuck. But if you really want to talk about how shit could get better, I don't know. Maybe bring back a warrior mindset. People wouldn't be so stressed out over some asshole with a chair and a baton in a fenced-in yard. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal to me.
And I honestly, and this may be my optimism, I am one of the very few people in law enforcement that still is very optimistic about things. But I see a shift happening, at least where I'm at, in police work. We're going back to that. I think people like Mark Lamb. I think people like Sheriff Grady Judd. They are becoming so popular for a reason. It isn't because they're so polarizing. I think that's a part of it. But what I'm seeing is I think that the silent majority are finally like, yes, this is what I want to hear. This is what I want to see. And I'm hoping there's a shift in police work because the defund stuff obviously has shot all those cities in the foot, and they're already flipping the script and all that stuff. So I'm seeing this flip in police work, and maybe it's my optimism, and you guys don't see the same thing I see, but I think police work. I think we went from one extreme over to the other extreme. I think we're on that tilt where we're going back to the middle, where we're going to get some good middle ground, and proactive policing is coming back, baby. Now I know Frank and we've had this discussion about proactive policing. He thinks it's dead completely. I think it's coming back. So, Frank, what do you think, man?
Actually, just recently there was a sheriff in Florida talking about a home invasion and teaching his people in his constituency how to shoot better to save the taxpayers' money by making home invaders leave the scene at room temperature. I mean, it's great, man. I mean, it's like, that's it. Yeah. Like, and I know Texas has the do not retreat, no duty to
castle doctrine.
Yeah, castle doctrine.
Yeah, you don't have a duty to retreat and stuff like that. That's
I think Florida has it and Arizona has it also. Yeah. Where man, you're not pushing me out the back door of my house. Like you're gonna, I'm gonna get some Fabuloso and clean up the blood stain after the coroner comes. Like that's it, man.
Jesus God. Oh, it got dark real quick. But yeah, I'm with those guys on the proactive policing and trying to show the public, like, look, policing. I think we're starting to learn. There it is. It's all it's written backwards though. What's
I can't figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
So, but it's no duty to retreat is the Texas Tactical Police Officer Association. It's on their challenge coin.
I like it. I like it.
No duty to retreat.
No duty to retreat.
Going through the comments here, my state has a duty to retreat. I think listen, Will Cree, I think you're drinking too much whiskey tonight. You need to spell
Will
check a little bit.
Will Cray's been to one of our meetups. We did a meetup, and this guy's from correct me if I'm wrong, Will Cray. He's from Minnesota or Montana, one of those M's, not Michigan. It was either Minnesota or Montana.
Hopefully not Minnesota either.
And he came to one of our meetups in North Carolina and met another dude on the plane that was coming to the meetup on the same plane. They never knew each other, and now they're friends to this day. And that was kind of cool.
Very cool.
But,
I'm still looking forward to doing the first meetup for me because I want to go.
Yeah, they're fun.
He goes, I don't drink, and it's
Minnesota. But what's MN? MN could be Minnesota or Montana. I don't know.
Montana's MT.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's not Maryland?
I was stationed.
Maryland is MD.
Yep.
Oh, that you just said MD was.
No, MT.
Okay. MT is Montana.
Yeah. MA is Massachusetts.
He'll explain it in a second. There you go.
Minnesota. You, gosh.
Yeah. Idiot.
I homeschool my kids, so it's fine.
Yeah.
They're
geography, nobody gives a shit about. You got Google Maps. Google Maps will get you where you need to go. You don't need to be schooled in it. So,
yeah, I don't know. That just to me, that last one, it's a lot of chaos. A lot going on there.
Yeah, I agree. Listen up, guys. We've been going almost 3 hours. I think we've done very well, even though Frank joined us late. I am going to definitely put the audio on the podcast. So if you didn't get a chance to watch or anything like that, the live will be on the YouTube, everything. Please check that out. But I want everybody go down your list here. Eric, first, where can people find you? How do they know to look for you? All that stuff.
You can just follow us at Failure to Stop, which is on Instagram, iTunes, Spotify, all the platforms. 5 shows a week, and a little something different so that you don't sound like an asshole. Your civilian friends got to keep you well-rounded, knowing half the battle. And if you want to follow my stupid, goofy jujitsu content, you can follow my personal page, which is Eric Tansey. But
I like it.
It's not all that great.
Shout out to his sponsor, Ghost Beds, even though they're not my sponsor. I don't care. I like sharing everybody's stuff. Guys, if you're looking at how to sleep better, check out Ghost Beds. I've never tried one myself, but Eric swears by them. So, Frank, I'll let you go next, buddy.
All right. So the official content that's put out by the agency that I'm gainfully employed in, you can find them, the Pinal County Sheriff's Office, on Facebook and YouTube, Instagram. On the personal side of things that are not associated with the Sheriff's Office, you can find everything at frieswithfrank.com. All the links to the socials, cool merch like Fries with Frank t-shirts and hats and challenge coins, which I just happen to have my challenge coin right here. So it actually has a picture of me on it. DRE bird on the other side for those drug recognition experts out there. All that stuff, and a love for traffic law. So check it out.
Absolutely. All right, Banning. Go ahead, brother.
I'm not like these guys. I just got a little bit of coverage, but just LinkedIn, Banning Sweatland, and then on Facebook, you can find me there as well. There's a lot of fake accounts on there, but the real account's got me with my bobblehead. You can look for that, but just Facebook and LinkedIn.
Excellent. All right, guys. 2 cops, 1 donut for me. You can check it out all spelled out, or the number 2 cops and the number 1 donut. I'm on every platform that's out there. Listen, it is very, very easy to support all of us. All we're asking for is a sub, a like, a follow. That's easy. It's free. It takes 10 seconds. Please do that. Again, shout out to our sponsors with Peregrine. Shout out to our sponsors with Ghost Patch. I've had too much smoke wagon tonight because this went on way longer than I expected. Ghost Patch. Check out Ghost Patch. Check out Peregrine. Check out What's your bed? Ghost bed. Ghost bed. Ghost patch. Oh, listen, look, it is a match made in heaven. Check that out. Go check out Fridays with Frank. Please check him out. Give him some likes, some follows, all that stuff. Everybody, thank you for checking us out, and have a good night. And my man, he's got some smoke wagon right there. You know what, sir?
It's not even opened.
I see that. I've got that same bottle, sir.
This is why we're friends.
That's why we're friends.
I need to send you guys some of my rum.
Yes, Tansey has rum.
I love rum. Nice job.
I own a rum distillery. So
what?
Yeah. He didn't even bring it up tonight, but bring it up. Tell people where to find your rum.
Dude, rum's a big deal, man. It makes you pirate.
Yeah, so it's Instill Distilling Company. So
I like it.
But yeah, I'll send you guys a bottle.
Drink my shit. I like it. All right, I'm gonna log off of here, but you guys stick around. We'll bullshit for a second. Everybody else, thank you for joining in. Have a good night.